There we go. Hey, Fluff. Fluffy little dog. Let's go outside, pup. Fluffy. Oh, good mom. Aw. What squirrel's over there? Aw. I'm running over there. Cute. Clock is 5 o'clock somewhere. It is indeed. Busy day at the grind today. For you or for me? Stay off for me. Wow. It literally ripped the tiniest little baby strip off. Can you even see that? There. Wow. That's lame. Where'd he go? You're still peeing on that? Oh my god. Oh, what the hell? Oh, accidentally hit this spider web. Oops. I have day off also. Usually do less stream on work days. I do. I mean, I do them anyway, just because it's a way to wake up. Gives my brain stimulated a little. But I normally would be at work already, if that was the case. I would have done this like an hour ago. How you doing, buddy? I wonder where those crows are today. I don't really see them out. I can tell their nest is up here though. They're still chilling up here. Where are the other birds? Pretty sure I'm hearing one of the chickadees are hanging out around here. There we go. So I was gonna say this for the next day or something. Oh, I actually put some over here. There we go. And wow, okay, well that didn't work like I thought it would. That really did not work like I was told. It's a flat spot, but these nuts don't want to stay on here. There we go. Come on. There we go. Oh, I'll probably cause that nuts. I know. There's one more spot up here. Are they growing corn or what? Like, they got like some big stalks of something. I'm pretty sure it's corn. I don't want to show, but I don't want to, like, you know, obviously snoop on there, propping my camera. But I'm pretty sure these neighbors over here are like growing like fat stalks of corn right here. Looks really cool though. It's really vibrant. Alright, where'd you go, Sooks? Alright. You're literally hanging out right in the middle of the driveway. Like a weirdo. Oh my lord. What's this? Dumping like a what? Like a dam here? Cause a dam leakage? Come on. Come on. Little butt. Come here. That a boy. Whoa, whoa. Fucking little mouse. Are you serious, that little prick? Just, where'd you go? You little fuck. Oh, that sneaky fucker. Fuck you. Well, this is little bastard. Come on, move. Well, I haven't noticed the rats lately, but I have noticed the little mice. So I'm thinking, honestly, at least the rats outside probably been picked off by the cats, the neighborhood kitties. But the mice, though, are now, I think, taking advantage of that and are kind of coming back a little bit, being like, yeah, I can have all this food and stuff for myself. And, yeah, now I have to deal with their asses. And they're small enough to where the traps that I bought, you know, like the live traps, that ain't gonna do anything for them. Like, they can just easily walk out of those. But the rats, they're too big, so they wouldn't be able to sneak out. But those fucking mice, they could easily do it. So, well, speaking of which, I kind of actually reset my old trap in here a little bit. Set it way back here. In an attempt to hopefully get this stupid fucker from in here. Drop a few of these in here, like so. There we go. Hopefully that should garner some tension for that little bastard. Alright. Man, my fucking nose, dude. Ugh. Yeah. Aye. Well, I got the squirrels and all the little pets critters outside fed. I'll make sure you sneak off inside. Oh, there you are. Okay, yep. I was worried about that boy sometimes. I don't know if he snuck out or not or what when it comes to him. Alright, got myself the coffee. Well, that's just great. And, do I have anything to blow the nose with? No? Great. God. I mean, that shit's annoying. I fucking hate runny ass noses. It's not just simply having one, but it's just like at a certain time of the day, which is, for me, when I wake up. And, I hate it. It's like really specifically around this time. And I don't know if it's because my body's cold when I wake up, or what, because when I do, like warm up or something, or what, I don't fucking know. But it's annoying, and I don't like it. And like the slightest little blow, I swear, is going to unleash fucking hell. I don't have anything. Fuck. Oh, shit, whatever. But anyway. here, play some tunes, stuff in the background, and get some smokage going. There we go. A little too loud. There we go. There we go. Damn nose. My God. It's like hard to even like deal with it because it doesn't go anywhere. It just stays one spot. It's like it only will go one direction. And I refuse to let that happen. At least until I can find a towel or something. Because goddamn. Alright, there we go. Good for a little dog. What the fuck? How am I chilly? Dude, what the hell? I got like goosebumps going. What the fuck? It's summertime. It's like, how does this all happen with all these goosebumps and all my, like, injuries and my sores and scabs? Goddamn. I didn't think it'd be that situation. I mean, come on. I'm just sitting here, like, just trying to be temperate. Not, like, hot or cold. Just nice and, just, hey. I want that. I want those vibes. But I'm assuming, once, the summer, like, at least for the day, kind of warms up a little more. That'll be good. No, was it actually a fucking Tuesday yet? Because of last night. I mentioned that, at least last night I was streaming for everyone that missed that. Fucking straight up, like, was stupid and thought, is it, Tuesday? Because I thought it was Tuesday, like, half the day. I mean, by the time I was streaming, it was Tuesday, but, I mean, it was technically Monday in my brain still. But at least now, it's definitely a Tuesday. That just means Onion Nuggets with DFF is going to be live at 5, and we get to see some absurd, fun, crazy news and all sorts of other absurdity shit. And maybe a Velma of the day, too. Get to see what type of Velma we got cooking, in the house today. At least on DFF side of things. Yeah. Good for little dog. Freaking friends having it. Hit me up on Discord right about now. Of course. Damn. Blockbuster still has a Twitter, apparently? What the hell? Blockbuster's better selection than Netflix does these days. A friendly... Damn. A friendly reminder that when you used to rent videos from us, we didn't care who you shared it with, as long as you returned it on time. True! Dude, what if Blockbuster makes a comeback, dude? If Blockbuster somehow made a comeback, that would just be fucking great. I'm pretty sure the last one is in Alaska now. Or in Oregon? Or I think it's just those two states. I think it's officially just two left. And they're just, like, technically standalone businesses now. But, I mean, hell, if somebody's willing to do it, they should do it. Try to bring it back, baby. Do some upgrades, have Blockbuster also be a streaming service and a rental place. Kind of bring that nostalgia back a little. I mean, I don't think the actual rent part would necessarily happen anymore, but I could at least see Blockbuster maybe doing some upgrades. You know, and coming back out of nowhere, but like, yeah, we're a streaming service now. Yeah, we're a little late to the game, but, you know, we just wanted to, like, you know, let the big dogs kind of, like, eat each other up and, you know, cannibalize each other. Now that they have, we will ascend as the phoenix that we are. That'd actually be pretty fucking cool if Blockbuster just rose from the grave like that. Yeah, I'll be the one time where my nostalgia buttons will be hit, and I'll actually be okay with it. Fucking love that meme. Actually, I kind of want to screen cap this. I'm gonna screen cap that meme. Why did your stream sound like a robot? I don't know what the fuck was up with that. I mean, Venom wanted to do it, so I was like, fuck it. But why I was a robot, I don't fucking know. I just, you know, transcended into the HuskyBot 9000, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that really was on his end, because I could hear things just fine. Like, it was literally just, like, me specifically, and at least any videos that we're looking at, too. Because I tried to send something for us to watch, and for some reason, like, one, I couldn't hear the video, and when I was listening to it on his stream, obviously, like, 10 seconds back, it was also, like, very robotic, just like I was. Sources enabled or something. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it might have just been some, like, multiple audio sources playing, and yeah, I'm just assuming something like that. I mean, it's one of those little technical issues that, you know, can fix over time, and, you know, after a few trials and errors. Oh, here, speaking of trials and errors, I want to make sure my shit's all plugged in here. Though, I know when he comes on a little later, I can probably tell him a little bit about what it was. Or maybe he can, you know, just on his own, you know, see, you know, what it might have been the issue while I'm just chilling here. Though, I mean, I'm pretty sure it might have just been, like, 2 or 3 different, like, audios, you know, set up at once, unintentionally. He just didn't notice it, but I've done that before myself, like, when I was doing, like, little, not like literal full-on video essays, but, like, kind of little video react commentaries and shit a couple years back. like every now and then there would be a time where like I'll have an audio issue too, either from my mic or from the video I'm playing, because I would either be too loud or too quiet or just not there at all. Even if it like it's just one of those things, especially with OBS. It's just kind of wonky, and you know, you just gotta fuck around with it a little bit until it just works. Where am I now? OBS will fight you sometimes. It does. It really does fight you sometimes. I mean, it's just one of those things where it'll just like, you know, just be a pain in the ass. Like, I mean, and it's just one of the technical issues of just like doing any type of like, you know, audio mixing content in general. Like, I mean, it's definitely easier when it comes to like other just audio centric specific type of stuff, like, you know, Audacity or whatever. You know, like those would, you know, those are at least easier, but those are also more predominantly used for things like songs and shit like that. You know, maybe like, you know, podcasts and stuff that are audio only, but I mean, if you want to at least have video, especially, I mean, OBS and a couple others, you know, are pretty much the main ones to go for. Maybe StreamYards too, because I know especially a lot of other streamers and the like have been using StreamYards too lately. Which I've been thinking about. I wonder if they have an app, because if they do, I might at least check it out. But at least so far, I mean, outside of, you know, Streamlabs too, I mean, because even Streamlabs, I mean, I'll get fucking hiccups with Streamlabs sometimes. Like my, you know, because sometimes, like, my shit will get all weird, like, you know, my screen like this won't, you know, be acting correctly and shit. It'll be like a frozen frame. Which honestly makes me nervous, because, like, what the like, because honestly, what if it, like, for some reason it's a frozen frame on, like, some TOS shit or something? It's just like, I mean, honestly, you know, thinking about it, I'm kind of glad that that ain't the case. But still, I mean, it's just like, don't like that. And I know why, too, sometimes, because, like, every now and then, like, it'll, like, the app will kind of glitch up a little bit. Like, if before I start to stream, like, I have it on vertical by accident, or something like that, like, if I'm just kind of, like, fickle fucking with it, you know, to start it or some shit, like, I mean, because that's happened occasionally, and that usually is, you know, one of the main reasons what would start, like, the screen itself at least being all fuckety. And thus, you know, when that happens, I basically have to do, I can't just, like, you know, restart the app and just, like, close the app down. I have to, like, do a whole phone restart, because at least with how Streamlabs, at least as an app, kind of acts, it's a little weird, because, like, it'll still be running even if, you know, you're not using it anymore. Like, so it's one of those things where you basically just have to restart the fucking phone, which, it's whatever, it's like an extra 30 seconds of, you know, time, but still, it's a little tedious. But it's just one of those things where, at least, you know, with how I have to deal with it, it's an easy fix. It's better than just sitting here for like 30 plus fucking, you know, minutes, you know, fickle fucking with all the layers and screens and shit. Surprise battery's still good. You know, honestly, I am very fucking shocked, you know, about that, because it's one of those phones where you can't, like, take the battery out and replace it and shit. And you know how fucking, you know, phone companies are about that type of shit. Like, they purposely do that so they can, like, as they upgrade your, you know, software on your phone and shit, it'll also, like, limit how much your battery used to get too. Like, there's purposeful reasons why they do shit like, you know. So I think a part of it is because it's a USB-C cord and shit like that. Oh, you can replace it. Oh, well, I'm not saying you can't replace it. Oh, you definitely could, but you have to go into, like, you know, like a specialized repair service or something like that. Or if God forbid, if you got an Apple phone or something like that, you have to, like, go directly to Apple and shit. I came with a special kit that helped remove the adhesive. Oh, really? Well, shit. Well, maybe they're starting to make it so now you can at least start fucking with that shit again. At least on your own, and make it at least easier. Because there was a time, you know, for a while, and I think my phone is at least, you know, around that era where it was like, no, it's sealed. Like, unless you go somewhere that's specialized. But, yeah, at least, you know, I think part of it, you know, like I said, is because of my charging cord, or at least, you know, for the port itself. Because, I mean, I can show you with this one right here, Like, if you notice, it's like even all around, right? Like, and also, at least when it comes to that, if you have like a little pin or like something really small, like, I mean, unlike old, actually, because this, yeah, actually, I have a way to compare. See this one, like these old ones, where it kind of has like a trapezoid-looking shape to it. It's pretty much damn near impossible to actually kind of like clean those out a little bit. So the way that, but with these newer ones with the USB-Cs, like you can actually take like a tiny little, connector, and, well, not connector, but like, some little pin or some sort, like, from a push pin or something like that, and or like a toothpick, and you could just gently kind of go on around the edges, and you can get all the random little dust and shit out of it. And that does help, kind of get more of a steady and stronger connection for your charger, and thus actually helps keep your phone charged up. Like, honestly, like, I mean, that's a part of the reason why I haven't been needing to totally upgrade my phone, outside of the fact that it's slowly but surely going to die. Like, it's been beaten the fuck up. Like, if you could see my phone right now, it is just... I'm surprised it's still fucking working, to be honest with you. I'm just, like, riding it till the wheels fall off at this point. I mean, I got a spare phone, I think it's either right over here or right over here. I have it underneath some papers, but I have one ready to go in case this one finally cracks, eventually. Mainly because my roommate actually gave it to me, or at least my former roommate when he was here. I was actually wondering, when are you going to use it? And I was like, well, my phone's still working, so I'll just ride this one till the wheels fall off, and I'll just use that. And he was like, okay. So, yeah, I've just been doing it since. I mean... I'm actually kind of surprised, like, even for the screen here, because, like, I got, like, some edges, like, right over here that are worn off, and it's not near the camera at all. And, I got some that are down here. Like, pretty much all the corners of my phone are, like, worn to shit. I'm ever gonna pay for a new phone. I could spend $1,000 on something much better. Oh, yeah. I mean, at least, especially with these new phones, like, there's just, like, barely anything really, like, fucking worth it, honestly. It's like, oh, you get, like, 3 more cameras and, like, some 5G on it. Ooh, fancy. It's just like, I mean, why don't you actually, like, make these things more efficient and better and, like, in other ways? Like, maybe better battery length and all this other shit. But no. Let's add, like, more cameras to it. Tried a hot dog burger. What, like a burger, but it's use of hot dogs? I mean, yeah, I've tried variations like that before. I mean, they're not, like, bad or good or anything like that. You're just, like, combining 2 good things into another thing that's good. I mean, it's just like, yeah. I mean, there's not really much to say besides, like, yep, had it before, and it's good. Because, I mean, you're combining 2 good things into another thing that's also going to be good. Ground beef over wieners. Well, I mean, you can also use, like, ground beef sausage and shit. So, I mean, hot dogs don't necessarily have to just be, like, wieners. They could be different things, like bratwurst, Polish dog, stuff like that. Thought you were going to say a hot burger. Hot burger? A hot burger? No, not a hot burger. I'd say more like... I'd probably call it like a... What would you call that? A hot dog burger mix. I wouldn't... A hot burger just... In a weird way, that just sounds like an insult to someone. You fucking hot burger. Like, I mean, that just sounds like an insult you say to somebody. Brat burger? Brat burger. You know what? That's it. That works. I like that. But if you don't use a brat, it couldn't necessarily be a brat burger, though. But I guess that works, honestly. Brat burger, Polish burger, or a pole burger. Honestly, I guess that would have to be... Yeah, I guess that's the way to do it. Not a bad name. Yeah, it actually isn't, yeah. I mean, yeah, honestly, unless someone else could think of something better, that's pretty much about as best we're going to get with that, I think. But you know what? I'm okay with that. Germans invented hamburger and bratwurst. Only goes to follow. Isn't that not like 100% known? At least when it comes to hamburgers, I thought it's like still like I thought there was like different theories about that. Like there's one thing where yeah, it's from Hamburg, but at least you know it's in namesake. But from what I also understand, there's also like around the same time, you know, another origin of the hamburger from America. That's that's also called it was called something a little different, but it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, also in Hamburg, they didn't initially call it a hamburger yet. Like, so the name hamburger didn't really come until later, but, from my understand, like, I think there's, like, different backing to it, or at least, like, different origins. That's interesting. I think so. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's, like, technically different origins for the hamburger. I think the most common one is, it comes from, like, Hamburg and shit, but, I mean, I actually really generally am not 100% too sure, because I'm pretty sure, like, I've heard different origin stories, so I'm not 100% too sure. I guess we could just look it up. Because at the very least, if, like, the immediate results about it is saying that it's kind of not 100% known, then yeah, I guess we'll confirm it. Okay, so the term hamburger does derive from Hamburg, the city from Germany. But it does say that, wait, hold on. God damn it, I clicked on the wiki and I have to go to the fucking, okay, is it a history? No, where is it? Etymology? Okay, yes. So, alright, here it is. So the term hamburger originally derives from Hamburg, second largest city in Germany, so yeah, we know that. However, there's no certain connection between the food and the city. By back formation, the term burger eventually became a self-standing word that associated with many different types of sandwiches, similar to a ground meat hamburger, or made of different meats such as buffalo and the buffalo burger, venison, kangaroo, chicken, turkey, la. So, yeah, so basically saying that, its actual origin isn't necessarily from Hamburg, but at least the name did come from that. So we kind of Germanized the name. As a version of the meal has been served for over a century, the origin remains obscure. In 1758 edition of the book Art Cookery Made Plain and Easy by Hannah Glassy, including a recipe in 1958 as Hamburg sausage. It's just served roasted with toasted bread under it. A similar snack was also popular in Hamburg by the name of Rundstückrahm, bread will warm, in 1869 or earlier. So, I mean, if anything, it just sounds like it sounds like it was probably just like a common food that didn't really inherently have like a specific origin. I think, just a lot of, migrants and working class people just combined, bread and meat together and just, it eventually kind of evolved to be what is now known as a hamburger. That's what it sounds like, yeah. I mean, it does sound like it has some origins in Europe, for sure. But it doesn't really say specifically from, like, Germany or anywhere specifically. As suggests that Hamburg steak served between two pieces of bread and frequently eaten by Jewish passengers traveling from Hamburg to New York on the Hamburg America Line vessels. It became so well known to the shipping company that gave its name to the dish. Each of these may mark the invention of the hamburger and explain the name. So yeah, it looks like there's at least like a couple of different origins, but they all relatively kind of come from the same root. Like migrants and kind of like, poor peasants / working class people that would just like kind of take meat or steak and put bread next to it with maybe some condiments in between. So yeah, I mean, so pretty much like, any other typical like sandwich, but just more meaty basically. Which is pretty much a hamburger. I mean, they are technically sandwiches. With just a lot of nice chunky meat on it. Alright, you obviously want a little bit of food aqua. I can hear you over here getting all goofy. Your finishing up your food and you're assaulting the water bowl and everything. I see what's going on here, buddy. Man, fuck these fruit flies, dude. They're really annoying over here. And we can't really get rid of them because, I mean, we got this, bottle recycling thing, so I know why they're over here. But goddamn, they're still fucking annoying, dude. At least there's not like a swarm of them, but still, you get like 5 or 10 that suddenly like buzz around because you walk by and it's just like, god damn it. At least they're not really in the house, they're just in here. But still, it's just like, fuck. Can they like go away? Can they like, fuck off and do their thing somewhere else? Ugh. What the long no, it's me. So like, wait, like, 106 a month for 12 months before I start the lease. Could not pass up that deal. Oh my fucking god. Why? You're about to fucking leave in, like, that shithole state, and that's what you do? You couldn't fucking just, like, wait and also just, like... Like, you could just buy something, but also have, like, a way to, like, pay it. Yeah, almost $1,300 for a PS5. That is insane. That is not a good deal. Like, I would pass that up because that's fucking trash. At least to another store. Well, yeah, because that, I guess, totally makes it better. Which it doesn't. You do realize, like, a PS5, if you just bought it, would literally be half the price. Like, honestly, it literally would. And you could set up payment options to do a full purchase like that, without interest either. And it would be cheaper. Like, I mean, because I do that sometimes with online purchases that are pretty expensive. Like, I'll just, set up like a, like a payment plan where it's like, yeah, every week, I'll, pay like a quarter of it, and by the end of the month, it's all paid up, or something like that. Like, you can literally set those settings up. I mean, so it's not like, something that, like, it's impossible to do unless you have to just go to a loan sharking fucking, predatory fucking company to do it. Little burp. You're so loud. From $105, it just means you have to pay more later. And you're still paying way more for that fucking thing than you would if you just bought it. I mean, seriously. Because for the amount of money every week or every month or however, like many times you have to pay that damn thing off. Like, for every time you, put money down every month that, you normally would be paying, the fucking, like, rent in for whatever the fuck, you could, put that off to the side and have less payments, so to speak, and be spending less fucking money on it. Nobody else in my area has it in stock. Buy it online. Online purchase. And just have it shipped to your door. But since you're, about to move, this would have made more sense to just wait. Even if you were doing this in the first place, you could have, I don't know, just waited until you moved. Or hella taxed. Well, I mean, you would still be paying less money. You would still be paying less with an online purchase plus taxes, versus doing this. I'm just saying. You'd be spending less money if you just, like, if you, saved up for the amount you would be paying, for these, payments and shit, instead of off to the side. I mean, again, like, all in all, like, when, put down to the brass tacks of it all, you'd be spending way less money on that. It's outright buy it. That's why you save it up to, on the side. Savings. Because for like how much would it be a month to pay that fucker off? Like what, $200 a month or something like that? Because if that's so, then it is not hard whatsoever to save up that fucking money. To make enough save money. I mean, I don't really make money to save up at least a lot of money, but I save up at least a little bit. Even if it's like $20 or something. I mean, it's like, we're in a system where we go paycheck to paycheck for the most part. I mean, most people don't really make enough or are in the ability to save money, really. Or at least a lot of it. But, it can still be done. 56 cents? Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, mine isn't exactly, 100% either right now. But then again, I did buy some concert tickets and stuff like that, so. But that was kind of expected anyway. By the time that show happens, I'll already get paid again, so I'll be able to buy a shirt or something like that. Man, this poor boy really needs another bath. And this entire house needs to be nuked. Chemically. Because Jesus fucking Christ. I gave him a bath like 2 days ago, and he has just the same amount of fleas as he did prior. Again. Like within a few fucking days. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Ugh. It's to the point where I'm just like, like sat on my bed this morning, just woke up and had this fucking lighter, and I was just like, alright, I'm just gonna literally just sit here cross-legged and just like wait for these fuckers to hop and just go, just burn those bitches. And of course, like every time it was like some fat pregnant one too, so I'm killing like billions of fucking generations of these things. Just picking them off on the cat or something. Yeah, and probably outside too. And the thing is, like, because, like, my dad doesn't exactly fucking, like, flea bomb the house either or treat them, at least on a more consistent basis, like, my dog, like, or at least I do for him. Like, I mean, they, just, yeah, they're gonna hop on him, they're gonna be around the house and shit because of that, so, like, no matter what, whether because, initially came from him or the cats or whatever the fuck, I mean, they're just gonna spread unless you, like, totally, like, do a total, like, chemical wipe of the entire house. Which can be done, but I just need to get the flea bombs for that shit. Which, once payday comes up, outside of, the concert coming up, like, that's what this paycheck's going to. Like, 5 or, like, 6 of those fucking flea bombs, setting them all over this house and nuking the shit out of this place. Outside of, like, one room, I'll keep, the cats in one room, just have my dog, hang out outside all day and just be with me or something like that. And then, once, most of the house is flea bombed, then, we get the room that the cats are in. We get them flea treated with, like, some frontline. I get my dog for some frontline. And then, even if there are at least a few fleas left, at least, like, 90% of their fucking population is just, like, gone. And it'll be very hard for them to recover after that. And at least won't have to worry about it as much. But, yeah, like, because of, like, the heat and, with the weather right now and shit, like, they're just fucking everywhere. And I know I ain't the only one dealing with them either. Like, just because of this area, like, I mean, it's, like, they're just kind of vibrant. So some years are legit just really bad with them. So sometimes if I go to PetSmart and shit, or even at my store, because we'll have, like, some more, like, generic brand type of, like, over-the-counter, like, flea bomb stuff and shit like that. And, even with that shit, like, I mean, sometimes I'll, like, go to grab some for myself, and it will just be empty. Just gone. Like, nothing there, and it will be like that for weeks. And it's just like, fuck. I mean, so it's like, I mean, just because of that alone, I know that, my dog ain't the only one suffering right now, dude. Like, everyone's pets, unfortunately suffer this shit. And of course, a lot of that, too, is just because you got, like, all these other critters, from, like, squirrels, possums, raccoons, etc. I mean, they also carry them, and you can't flea treat them, obviously. So I mean, they're just around. It's just one of those things where it fucking sucks, and you just gotta keep up with that shit. And sometimes, they get overwhelming, and they're everywhere. I mean, honestly, some of these weird little, like, sores and shit, and, like, start and come from, like, some of these little fucking flea bites at this point. At least when I'm sleeping. When I'm awake, they don't have enough time for them to do that, and they're pretty much, like, fucking killed and murked by that point. I need money to fill the void in my soul of consumerism. Well, can humans get fleas? Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, like, and I mean, it's just like the only reason mainly why is just because of clothes and hair. Like, they'll stick to their clothes, and if you got special long hair like I do, they'll hang out there too sometimes. Luckily for me, like I said, I usually, especially if my room have like enough of those little over-the-counter flea spray things, just spray my room down pretty regularly and shit. But because they're on my dog, they're just always gonna be kind of in there. Up until at least, I flea bomb the entire fucking house, at that point. But, so at least, with that, yeah. I mean, just because, like, think about it like the bubonic plague. I mean, that's how it spread, was because of fleas. Because they were transported by rats and shit like that. Humans were also stupid and thought they came from cats, killed a bunch of them. Rats became more rampant. Bubonic plague got more rampant. And more people died because of it, because fleas, kept biting people and transferring the bubonic plague. So, I mean, yeah. And luckily these days, I mean, you ain't gonna get no disease or anything like that if you get bit by one or some shit. At least far less likely to. So, because at least for me, I mean, I mean, outside of, like, having, like, bug bite allergic reaction thing where it's just itchy as shit, I mean, it's, I don't know, it's just annoying. About as annoying as the fucking mosquito bite. But they're mostly on, like, at least for me, around my fucking legs. Because obviously, they're likely going to be on the ground, so where they're going to hop is going to be near your fucking legs and shit. As a hole next to the tub. There's a fucking hole? Oh my god! What the fuck? Smell like an onion? Oh my lord. You have a day off? Yeah, this is one of my days off today. Next 2 days. Well, today and tomorrow. Oh, here, keep playing some more tunes. Want to see the hole? The bonus hole, dude. This is how big my shower hole is right now. Oh, that's it. That's tamale real quick. There we go. One's the Venom's hole. I mean, not that hole. My lord. I mean, he says he has a shower hole, so. Oh my god, that really. Well, that's not really like a full hole, that's just a crack. I mean, that's just a crack in this floor. Well, honestly, this, like, the floor itself is probably the main reason why. Like, why in the fuck? It's deeper than it looks. I imagine so. Like, why that type of floor? Like, a floor like that just does not seem like a good idea. Because, like, I mean, if it's all rock and, like, I mean, there's, like, porousness in that. Like, over time, it'll eventually seep through. And, well, cause that. Step 2's choice flooring. Well, he's an idiot. Like, that flooring would be fine, like, anywhere else in the house, but, like, in a bathroom, not really. Like, that should be, like, a more solid floor. Like, not, like, that weird design. Well, it's not really a weird design. It's just, like, for a bathroom it is, so. Because it's kind of like a porous type of design, you know, of floor. So, it will, like, I mean, like, it will eventually, like, because, I mean, there are rocks and then, like, you know, like, what? Like, little concrete or some sort of, like, brick, you know, that bricking glue or whatever the fuck. Like, I mean, over time, that shit will eventually, like, you know, seep in with water and stuff like that, especially with, like, temperature change. If we're taking, like, you know, like, hot water and stuff like that, it's vinyl that looks like rock, so it's just some fake-ass vinyl shit. That's even worse. Oh my god, that's literally even worse, dude. Oh my god, that's even, that's just... Wow, dude, that's honestly worse. Oh my lord. That is just ridiculous, dude. Why? That's also something you shouldn't be using. PS5 is huge compared to the Switch and Xbox. Dude, the thing is a goddamn fucking shelf. It's like a brick, dude. I mean, yeah, like, honestly, I mean, the thing is pretty much like, you know, a computer. It's quiet compared to a computer and an Xbox. Well, at least it's quiet, but still, it's practically its own fucking shelf. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like what happened to, like, you know, being slim but compact, and it's like, here, have just a fat brick. It's like, my lord, dude. I got some flat foil. Oh my good lord, just wow. Why am I not surprised, honestly? PS5 prices will probably plummet soon, as it will come out to PS5 Slim. There's also that too, you know, I just thought about that, like, you got this, you know, rent to purchase PS5 or whatever the fuck, and, those prices are probably going to plummet significantly here in, like, the next year or two when they release the PS5 Slim. If you waited just a little bit longer, you probably could have gotten that for even way more cheaper. I mean... Let's remember too. Yeah, and you could have waited when, you know, the game would also, like, have all the bugs hashed out and fixed and all that other shit. And also potentially have added content, too. Like, there's virtue in just waiting. Like, this is why I don't give a fuck about things that are released immediately, because usually, honestly, they suck when they are released. Like, I mean, that's just like how, like, capitalism works a lot of time. Like, they basically make everybody, you know, like the pre-alpha beta testers and shit like that, and then they hash out all the edges and fix everything up after the fact that everyone's bitched and complained about it. But at the same time, they just made a bunch of fucking money on y'all anyway, so there you go. Like, that's why I usually wait a few years. Even for games. It's alpha release. Well, they've tarnished that whole credibility. Like, because these game developers, and not just game developers, but just like these studios and developers broadly in these industries have done this so much that they've, like, you know, really have, like, in a way, have made me cynical about that. I mean, I'll be honest with it, but the thing is, like, you know, I still would rather wait a little bit and also wait for maybe a sale or some deal to happen, you know, where I can get it cheaper anyway, and, you know, still have a little, you know, bit of add-ons and also things, you know, worked out and glitches and shit fixed. Or just after people, you know, had their opinion about it, and I can maybe, you know, check it out or not based on, you know, if I think it's interesting enough. Pre-order, oh my god. See, I never fall for that pre-order shit. I've done it like once or twice ever. Felt like I got gypped, never did it again. Like, there ain't no way, dude. It's only $6. I mean, it doesn't matter, like, I never fall for that shit. I mean, if a gaming development company especially wants to get my good graces for something like that, then they actually better release that shit, like, pretty much, like, you know, like, right off the bat. I want that shit to be pretty decent, like, on initial release. So I don't have to pay for DLC. I mean, I'll at least admit, at least, like, season passes aren't really, like, the worst thing ever. I'm okay with that, but, I mean, I do think they're overpriced, though. Like, the deluxe/season pass editions of the games tend to be, like, 40, like, pretty much, like, double price, and it's like, man, fuck that. I mean, I guess I get it, because, I mean, you're kind of, like, buying into content down the line, but, I mean, it's like, I mean, seriously. I'm tempted on buying a non-working one on eBay and fix it. See, that honestly is, you know, seems a lot more worth it. I should have waited for 53, I know. Well, doesn't that bring my point a little bit, though? I mean, it's like, I mean, yeah, they're, like, because Paradox is honestly very fucking notorious about this. That's why I usually don't buy their games right off the bat. Like, the last game that I bought pretty much immediately off the bat was, I think, Hearts of Iron 4. And, honestly, I play that game off and on a lot. Like, I'll, like, go hardcore, you know, at playing that game for, like, a few days, you know, and then I'll just fall off on it for, like, months on end, you know, after they release, like, 2 or 3 updates and DLCs and shit. And then I go back into playing it again. That's pretty much just what I've always done, especially with really any Paradox game, because, frankly, how notorious they are this shit. If they just release a lot of their shit that they will, like, you know, kind of, like, sprinkle in with their DLCs and shit like that, like, honestly, I mean, I feel like, you know, there would be a lot more replayability factors. I mean, like, their games are very replayable, like, really kind of no matter what at the end of the day, but, like, especially for more, like, consistent replayability, you know, like, they could just, like, make their games more fledged out and more full on release, instead of, like, you know, making all these, you know, mechanics of their games that really should have been there in the first place, you know, sprinkled in fucking DLCs. It's like, I mean, because, I mean, like, they got, like, the EA syndrome with that shit. I mean, credit to Paradox, at least, like, when they do release their DLCs, they at least, like, you know, make the game legitimately, like, you know, more filled up and actually have extra, like, content, other, like, they actually do add shit and all this other stuff. I mean, you know, so I'll at least grant them that. EA just fucking scalps you for all the fucking money they can, then give you, like cosmetics. At least Solaris doesn't, you know, or at least Paradox overall don't do that shit. Real hard for a noob to dive into. I don't think so. If anything, I feel like nowadays it probably made it easier for noobs or like newbies to get into the game. It's just that, like, there obviously are a lot more complex elements of the game that, you know, as you play over time and shit like that, you'll get, you know, more, like knowledge on, but you don't really have to like know every tiny little nook and cranny about the game. I mean, fuck, I don't. I mean, shit, honestly, there's definitely some stuff I've kind of forgot, but it's one of those games where, I mean, also has such a tight-knit community that if there is something that you're kind of wondering or struggling with, you can just look it up and, you'll, or find, or just, like, ask about it, and guarantee you there will be somebody that knows an answer, or a bunch of people that know the answer to it. Or at least have, like, their personal idea, at least, of how to deal with the situation, based on how they've played the game. What's up, Logic? They're so greedy, though. Well, yeah, I mean, these gaming developers are really fucking greedy. Including Paradox, too, to an extent. I mean, because, like I say, they got the EA syndrome with it. I mean, a lot of these game developers do, frankly. Like, from Bethesda to EA itself, Activision, like, all these fucking, gaming developers, suffer from this shit. Because they think that's the fucking model. And it ain't. And gamers aren't fucking exactly happy about it. The more complicated DLCs change up how things work in such ways that beyond the base game is not recommended anymore. Gotta at least get full major expanses for full functionality. Well, yeah, I mean, which, again, is another problem about Paradox, too. Again, like a lot of the mechanics about the game that should have been there in the first place, they add in their DLCs, and when they do that, change the base game to a point where it actually is more unfunctional for somebody versus someone that, that has DLCs, where it will just be fine. I'm not a click strategy guy. I like character building action games like Monster Hunter or Deep Rock Galactic. Well, yeah, I like both. I mean, I'm a, big-time strategy guy, and also, like, Hearts of Iron, Paradox, type of game stuff. But also, I do love, like those character-building games, or, like, survival games where it's, like, you're a character and you build a base and stuff like that. Like, I like those type of games. Or just, like, basic shoot-em-ups, like, like Battlefield or something like that. I mean, it's like, I got, I love for those type of games. Risk of Rain 2 is great, or BattleBit's been fun. Dude, I want to check out BattleBit, dude. That shit looks so fun. I've seen some gameplay of that, like, and it just legit looks really good. Because from what I understand, wasn't it initially on Roblox or something like that? And then, like, the developers for that game decided to just, like, venture off on their own and just basically, like, switch up the engine a little bit, change a few things, and just made their own game. I mean, if there's at least one thing I guess I can give credit to Roblox a little bit, is that there are some people that were their own little, like, independent game developers that started off there and have actually made their own games and that have been very successful and shit. A lot of wackos and eccentrics. I mean, you need that. Oh, what's that Starship Troopers game? Because, I forgot, I think it's just called Starship Troopers, actually. I don't know what specifically it's called. But, you do these little missions where obviously, like, where you're fighting against all the bugs and shit, where it's you and a bunch of players, like, it's a PvE game. But, like, oh my god, I've seen gameplay of that, and it looks so fucking fun, because everybody's in character, everyone's in the roleplay and shit. And it just makes it so fucking great, because you get some people who are really into it, and just go full on, like, just like, get them damn bugs, boy! Get them bugs, yeah! Or some shit. Like, you'll get some motherfuckers going off. And then you'll just, and then you get some people that aren't, role-playing, but just kind of being more, like, tactical. It's like, alright, looks like we got some bugs down over there. Can we get, a targeted strike over there? And stuff. You'll get some dudes who will just, like, be a little bit more serious. But then you get some people who are, like, serious. I saw this one gameplay, we actually saw a little bit on stream once, where this dude was, doing a match, but him and his buddy, instead of, being, like, combatants in the game, they decided to be, like, news reporters. Like, they were actually reporting for the Federation on the ground and shit. And, oh my god, some of the shit that went on, and with the reporter, too, like, dude, it was so great. Oh my god. Because, like, the guy who was doing the roleplay as the news report was legit doing so fucking well and did such a damn good job. It was honestly, like, just... It really added... You can't... Well, hold on, we gotta find it really quick, because it is actually just so goddamn good. Because there are just some great-ass highlights on that. Here, let me see. Let's see if I can find it doing this. It should be like one of the more top results, I think. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, and funny enough, the dude happens to be live right now too, I guess. But no, this is it. But this shit is hilarious, dude. Let's find a oh, right here, dude. This highlight right here. I know this is gonna be good.
Yeah, but the problem is troopers don't hear our dialogue, and then there won't be them jumping in, you know. But I can do it.
It's pretty intense, dude.
Here's what we'll do. You tell me squad chat when you want me to do squad chat. I'll just stick to local chat. You just tell me when to bump in.
Yeah, right here. Let's go right here.
Notice that we've been very limited in the amount of dropships, Tier 4 Viking dropships that have been down here providing supplies, as well as our infantry numbers have dwindled. I've watched so many troops one by one being picked off by hopper bugs. Are we in command, contact with Fleet Command?
We are. They're trying to get equipment down here, but frankly, we don't have any more. This is a planet-wide operation, and honestly, these plasma bugs have been shooting our ships out of the sky all night.
I see. Do we have any, are we currently trying to get on that situation and take out the plasma bugs?
We're doing the best we can. We don't have any current close-range visuals on them quite yet.
I love how there's just a big battle going on and you just got this news report happening and shit. And they have some really close encounters too. I want to try to find one of them. I think it's, let's see. I know, like, I think someone might have time-stamped it down here, actually. Because I know people did a bunch of timestamps here. Oh, right here, okay. I know this one right here is definitely going to be good. Oh, yeah, this is.
Okay, so right now we're joined with a trooper that's going to keep us safe right now. Trooper, there's a bug coming from behind my cameraman. Can you kill that for us?
Can you kill that for us?
Get a shot of that. Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, Mother Marie! Oh, no!
Okay, I'm good.
We got more coming in. Oh, sorry.
Oh, my God, is that Potato's man? Oh, God, he's dying.
Oh, no, no,
Don't worry, Potato! Don't worry, buddy! Oh, my God, he's dead!
Oh, my God, he's dead!
Hold on, I got him. Oh, God.
He just got nabbed, bro!
Should we save him? Government!
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no! Dude, this shit, dude, I mean, that shit's just too fucking good. It looks fun. Oh, it definitely does, dude. Oh my god. I mean, see, like, I mean, it has a lot of quiet points, but oh my god, when the highlights happen, they fucking happen, dude. Dude, that was perfect. Like, that trooper goes up to try to revive him to save his buddy, and then just like, he just nabs and just like gone. Damn, dude. I mean, that shit was fucking cinematic, honestly. Like, that's some shit you would probably see in a Starship Troopers news report or something. Like, that shit right there was some cinematic shit. I mean, that right there makes me want to play that game so fucking bad. War Rights. Oh, dude. Oh, dude, War Rights is another one of those games, dude. Because, you know, it, like... Dude, that's what I love about these type of games. Like, War Rights, this game, you know, like, Arma. Like, the communities are relatively small, but, oh my god, are they, like, dedicated. Like, War Rights is another one, because you get some people who are dedicated in that game. Like, I mean, you'll get some dudes on Unisides, like... You know, playing some, like, Union hymns and shit like that and all that, you know, like, being like, alright, time to get those, you know, crocodile, you know, boot-wearing sons of bitches down there and fucking yank them out! And all this other shit. Then you got, like, Confederates, you know, sides, and people role-playing that, which, you know, obviously you can imagine is, questionable sometimes. But, I mean, it's a part of roleplay, so I'm willing to at least grant a little pass, but some people I feel like get a little too into it, if you catch the drift. Got substituted into War Rights. Let me guess, he loves playing the Confederates, does he? I mean, the thing is, it's one of those games where, like I said, it's got a small community, but they're dedicated to it. And I love it. I mean, I just love those type of games. Bingo. Of course. See, those are the type of people that get too into it, if you catch a drift. He is a general. Well, yeah, that is true. Actually, let me see if I can find some funny war rights moments. Because there's always funny moments in these games. Oh wow, here's a good one. I think at least I think it should be. Whoa.
Shoot him!
Shoot him! Shit looks so chaotic too.
Do not send it.
So far for holding the line, everyone's all just cluster fucked up.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hold it, yes.
Whoa, whoa. See that guy right there? Looks like he's hit rock bottom. Well, that guy's actually me. Believe it or not, I was once the biggest drug lord in all of New Mexico. Now, I bet you're wondering how I got in this wacky situation. It all started in the summer of '86.
Oops. Gets impaled in both ends. Damn. Let's skip around a little bit. What happens this one?
Give me a check. We're gonna hop over the transformer line.
Yo, they're aiming at fucking
Charge the cannon? Why would you charge a cannon and then it just grape shot at all, you motherfuckers? Oof. Oh, damn. Well, that's a great tactic. Bang, 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 bang. Get some rush in there. Oh my god, this is some hillbilly shit right here.
Oh my god. Brother.
We captured our pal. Hey, good job, brothers. Yo!
Only three! They're three, not three. No, there's three. You're gonna have to go get some more,
Oh my god, that dude, what the fuck? Wait, what? That's not working, sister numbers. Oh my god.
No, there's three. You're gonna have to go get some more, no, there's three. You said three, not three. I thought you said three. We need
I mean, I'm not too surprised one of those weirdos is little Deb's like, oh, I thought you said three. Oh, damn, oh shit. I can't hear over all the musket fire. I don't even know what they're doing. They're all just like teabagging a barn or something. Man, it's just the weird antics that motherfuckers get into in these games. I love it. That's why I love them. You know, like the little niche communities and the absurdity that, you know, like when one person does something a little funny, they just all join in on it. It's so great. Either that, they're all just super serious and dedicated to it. But, I mean, there's always funny moments, even in the, you know, moments of seriousness. And it's just great. I love it. I mean, honestly, like when it comes to, like, you know, games, at least for me, I kind of prefer games that have, like, more mid to smaller size communities because they tend to just be way more fun, you know, to play with. I mean, just because, like, they're, you know, either generally, like, dedicated into, like, you know, some roleplay factor of the game or, like, you know, just generally, you know, have a lot of fun with it. I mean, because there's, you know, because I've had, you know, a lot of those type of experiences myself in playing, like, Napoleonic Wars and Mountain Blade or shit like that. Oh my god, just the amount of different absurd things I have, you know, of, like, the antics I've gotten into playing Mountain Blade multiplayer, that is, like, some of the most insane, like, you know, like, people in any gaming community you'll ever meet. I'm not even kidding. There are some wacky motherfuckers in the Mountain Blade community. But, honestly, you'll never have, you know, like, you'll never have, a dull moment though. Like you'll always have fun, no matter what. You'll always have a little fun with those type of people. Could you give me a flash, bayonet? No. Well, I mean, you have to come up here and, like, go to a show with me and, go to a bar, do some karaoke or something like that, and then maybe we can talk. Will this fucking thing will fly go away? Boo. Onion nuggets. Why are you at 5 o'clock instead of right now? Boo. I love the thumbnail though. Oh my god, there's Musk in the background. Wait, who's that chick in the background? Who's that? Next to this weird animated character. Libertarian Party tells the intern to go back to. Wait, what? Huh? What did Libertarian? Oh God. Say what now?
Have you covered the Nina Turner Libertarian Party thing? I don't really feel like there's that much to cover. So basically, Nina Turner was like, I think it would be nice if people didn't all die of cancer all the time, and if people could get Band-Aids when they scratch their knees. And the Libertarian Party of New Hampshire Twitter account responded by saying, well, I think you should pick cotton for free then, you fucking black woman, you former slave, you piece of shit. I'm not going to do stuff for free. That's slavery. Band-Aids? You want Band-Aids? Well, you know who else wanted Band-Aids? Slave owners. Yeah. That's what they said. That's what they said. I don't think there's much to go over because the New Hampshire Libertarian Twitter account...
I'm just going to assume that they pretty much said that verbatim practically.
...is a Nazi account. They're Nazis. They've dog whistled in that direction before. The Micey...
I mean, considering that, like, most libertarians in America tend to be that, yeah, I'm not surprised. Most libertarians in America these days are not like my, dad's, wave of American libertarianism. Like, honestly, at this point, there's, like, two branches of American libertarianism. There's, like, the OG branch, where it's just, like, social liberals / social fiscal conservative types, like my dad. And then, you got the, more newer version of American libertarianism, which are basically just fucking fascists. Or racists, and, just trying to masquerade as, like, oh, libertarians, because they are, like, very fiscally conservative and want, like, free market bullshit and all that. So... I mean, it's just like, my lord, like, these fucking, like, like, a lot of new wave libertarians in America tend to just basically be, at worst, Nazis, and at best, just, like, racist dipshits, or at middle, like, somewhere in the middle, just fascists. I mean, like, OG libertarians at least were somewhat anti-fascist, because my dad at least partook at, throwing bricks at Nazis, so, back in the day, so, I mean, at least he actually has cred. I mean, he might be a libertarian dork, but, I mean, at least he's throwing bricks at Nazis. So there's at least that. At least he has some credibility.
Is one of the big, like, political activist and fundraising groups that control the Libertarian Party. And they are basically just a Nazi party. Their goal for decades has been to move things away from any semblance of libertarianism and explicitly towards just, like, that like special kind of ANCAP Nazism where they're incredibly offended by government intervention in anything that in any way helps minorities, but they're also in favor of government intervention when it comes to anything that suppresses them. So it's basically just a way to get people on board with extremist reactionary politics without having to explicitly own it.
I mean, hey, we're reacting to some stuff, sir.
Do this all the time.
We are the serotonin.
Presidential candidate that I debated like a month ago or something, and my opening bit was like, yeah, well, a lot of libertarians want to get rid of the civil rights movement, and they want to do so explicitly because the deregulation pathway is just, to them, the easiest way to get to reducing minority rights. And he was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about that one, sonny boy, but I mean, I do want to get rid of the Civil Rights Act. Like, yeah, he was one of those guys. He was one of the Mises Group people. I even called him up by name to him, and he responded, and he was like, well, I don't know what you about this or that, but I've worked with the Mises Group. Yeah. Their goal is just like social conservatism through libertarianism. It's not even libertarianism.
Pretty much. I mean, like, it's another thing, where at least, for credit to my dad, at least, like, he doesn't believe in that weird shit. Like, he believes in limited government, but he just thinks that, like, cutting taxes and limited government and just letting the freehand market is just the way to go with things. And just, like, just leaving people alone. Like, he's on that type of, thing. Where, while at the same time is okay with limited government, when it comes to certain things. So it's just like, I mean, again, he's like an OG libertarian. It's still not exactly something I like or think is a good thing anyway, but, because he's still a dork, in my opinion. But, I mean, he's definitely at least more socially liberal. Like, I mean, he's okay with, like, gay people and, and the fact that there's definitely, different kinks and quirks about people and shit like that and whatever the fuck. Like, he, doesn't really give that much of a shit. He's kind of bought into some of the anti-trans nonsense, but he doesn't give enough of a fuck to, like, really, like, go hell-bent on it. I mean, we've had because, you can tell, him and I have had those back and forths on stream before, and, he basically just kind of, would say his thing, I will, like, make my position, he'll just kind of be like, and just kind of, like, not give a fuck. So, even then, like, even though he's gotten caught up on the anti-trans shit, even then I don't really think he gives that much of a fuck about it. I think it's just, like I said, caught up in it and just, because that's just piped into his ear, a lot more often than not, he just believes it. So, whatever. I mean, like I said, at least, he, like, ain't gonna go out his way to fucking, like, do some sort of bigoted shit, like, because he's not that dude, so... I mean, like I said, OG libertarian type when it comes to these things.
On the subject of racism, hot topic these days, I know, the new set of teaching standards in Florida includes saying that African Americans received some personal benefit from slavery. This was backed unanimously by the State Board of Education. You might...
What? African Americans received personal benefit from slavery? Like what? What the fuck? No, there literally wasn't. That's just what? That's just literally historical revisionism. Like that just literally is. Like there's no truth to that whatsoever. That is just pure, like, Aryan-esque fucking historical revisionary bullshit. Like, I mean, it's just, this motherfucker's just straight up a Nazi.
Remember that initially, the Board of Education...
Like, this dude, basically, it's just like, his entire fucking campaign is basically just ran by fucking Nazis and just, like, openly embraces that shit.
Fought back against Ron DeSantis a bit when it came to some of the stuff that he would try to push. But they've since fallen completely in line. They weren't exactly an activist organization to begin with, and now they basically seem to understand that their goal here is just to agree with whatever DeSantis puts on them. So that's cool. Florida education officials approved new...
You hear how every day the K-Mafia is destroying America? What, like, the right-wing Christo-fascist idea of America? 'Cause good.
Teaching of African American history in response to the, quote, anti-woke policies touted by the governor. As critics urged the state to rethink the curriculum, claiming that it, quote, only presents half the story and half the truth.
So, wait, what? Taught that early social programs like Medicare and Social Security were originally based on slave programs meant to keep black slaves alive, and that's why social services are bad. That is just retarded and beyond insane. What the fuck? That's not even close to even being, like, a rumor, let alone a fucking fact. Like, I mean, what? No, it's not. Like, what the fuck? Like, Social Security is literally directly from the New Deal and shit. Like, oh my god.
Nice.
See, that's like the dumbification of America to make them complicit and malleable to, fascistic tendencies and the status quo, dude. I mean, that's, the dumbing of America right there. Jesus
New
Christ.
Standards, backed unanimously by the State Board of Education, encompass the controversial 2022 law. Hey, just so we can have this timed out really well, it's the first audio in BioShock Infinite, the one where he talks about being patrons to the black man. If somebody could find that audio clip on YouTube, I would appreciate it very much. Board members and state officials defended the updated curriculum by saying they touched on the darkest parts of U.S. history against charges by opponents, including the state's largest teacher union, that the changes are attempts to whitewash what students are learning. Some of the issues surrounded standards that include...
It's not just whitewashing it, it's just literally doing the whole, revisionism. It's not just whitewashing, it's just straight blatant revisionism. That slave masters would build houses for their slaves in the winter. Yeah, well, the only reason why they did that was just so they wouldn't freeze to death and die. Like, that was it. Like, they treated it like, if they had livestock or work horses or something, over the winter, where it's like, oh, yeah, I don't want them to freeze over and shit, so let me build a barn. Like, that's basically, like, how they looked at it. Like, they didn't see it as, like, some sort of, like, some moral, necessity in the shit. Be slaves is extremely rare. Which is, again, bullshit. I mean, like, when it comes to such abuse to the point where they, like, outright did nothing but pure fucking, like, torture every time they stepped out of line, sure, maybe that might be slightly over-embellished, but they will still punish them. They still whipped them, they'll still beat them. They still did all sorts of fucking heinous shit. They'll force them to skip a meal and stuff like that, like, there's all sorts of shit. And if they really fucked up or try to run and flee, then that's when a lot of that torture came into play. Like, this whole idea of, like, it was extremely aware is bullshit. It was fucking systemic from every goddamn layer of it. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, what? Man, they really are straight teaching fucking revisionism, are they? Like, it's not just whitewashing. Like, just literally is straight up fucking revisionism. We're never separated as punishment. Oh my god. Yeah, the fuck they were. North States treating worse than Southern slaves. I don't even think there was a difference, frankly. And maybe there was, and the thing is, and if there were, I guarantee you that the North probably treated them better. But frankly, at the end of the day, is there really a fucking difference? No. But again, it's just like blatant fucking revisionism.
And on, quote, how slaves developed skills which, in some instances, could be applied for their personal benefit. The actual argument they're making is, well, these slaves did learn how to pick crops, so that's a skill, so it's kind of like an unpaid internship, and we have those today, so...
That's a logic they're using? Oh yeah, because they can just like go to like, some, farm or something like down the way and be like, hey, would you like to hire me as a black man who's a slave from this plantation over here? Because that's totally how it fucking worked. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And lessons that touch on acts of violence perpetuated, quote, against and by African Americans. Fantastic.
Wow, they're literally doing the black on black crime thing. Oh my fucking god. This is like just fucking Nazi shit. Holy shit. Oh my god. Like, I don't want to hear anyone making a fucking peep of how DeSantis is not a fucking Nazi. People are at least, blatantly calling him a fascist at this point, but they need to go the extra mile and just really be blunt with it. He's a fucking Nazi. Like, that's who the fuck this literal mutant is. Like, that fucking demon is just a, fucking, like, just neo-Nazi. I mean, it's just fucking blatant at this point. Slaves taught their slaves how to read and write. No, they didn't. Like, they taught them how to read the Bible, and that was it. And even then, they didn't teach them how to read it. They just would read it to them. I mean, it's like, honestly, like, a lot of what I'm talking about, you can even, see from, like, Roots. Like the movie series show that was on TV. because I saw all that in 8th grade, and honestly, it was really fucking good. It goes in really immense detail about a lot of this type of shit. Hey, dude, bro, Zukov. Hey, Zukov. Boof, 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 boof. Yeah, this shut you up. Here, I'm just gonna put this in this food bowl. Just gonna plop it all in there. There you go. Plop. Have all those meats, you little savage. Do a little stretch here. Oh my goodness, this feels goddamn good. Oh, sweet mama Maria, mama, me and Papa and Bobby got diarrhea. That felt pretty good right there. That's Doggo attitude. He does. He does have a Papa attitude right about now. I'll give that a good old like, because shit's absurd.
Thank you very much, chat. Let me just play this out loud real quick.
Oh, you find this little Bioshock audio?
What exactly was the great emancipator emancipating the Negro from? From his daily bread, from the nobility of honest work, from wealthy patrons who sponsored them from cradle to grave, from clothing and shelter. And what have they done with their freedom? Why, go to Bington and you shall find out. No animal is born free, except the white man. And it is our
DeSantis in a nutshell. This is literally DeSantis in a nutshell.
burden to care for the rest of creation.
So that's unironically what they're teaching, basically. It's the white man's burden. The idea that, okay, so yeah, slavery happened, sure. But think of all the violence African Americans committed against the white man. Think of all the skills the slaves developed as they toiled on the fields. That's what they're saying. That's
literally is what they're saying. I mean, that's, you know, like, I mean, that entire little Bioshock speech was literally just like, essentially, DeSantis' position about this. I mean, like, this whole, like, Aryan mysticism, you know, superiority, Nazi shit. I mean, that's just essentially what the fuck it is. Cornsuck's future evil version of the character player. Huh. Damn. I definitely really want to get into Bioshock, honestly. At the end of the game, to stop Cornsuck from ever existing. Damn. Brutal. Brutal shit, dude. What is up, bro? Guess I can go outside and see what's going on here. I saw a Mike video that we could probably check out. Let's come back, see what the hell's going on here. What's up, come on. Come on, boy. Zooks. Zooks. Oh my god. These phones? I know. bullet. See the little thing. So just want to go back to Texas. Well, I don't know why he'd want to be in that, like, triple-digit heat hole. Like a literal hell. Let's go to Dallas-Fort Worth. Oh my god! Dude, I got family near there. I don't want to have to be near his presence if I fucking, visit family or some shit. You could have said literally anywhere else and that would have been way better. Jesus Christ, ugh. Here, actually, I want to find something funny. Loves the Metroplex of Dallas. Why, dude? It's not even that good. Want to see something funny?
John! Yes, boss? I finished up that order for that witch friend of yours. Ashes of mom, dad, and dog all bound together, decorated with a plate from their wedding.
Ah, sweet. She's gonna be thrilled. No one else would do this.
I don't see why not. Bindings are pretty common, but I did wonder why the dog was the dominant spirit.
Oh, it was her first dog. Her parents starved it to death out of spite when she moved out.
Even if her parents did starve that dog to death, why would she gift them an eternity in binding together?
They didn't die married. They hate each other.
Wait, then why would she...
Because she hated them.
So every time she burns a candle in that thing...
If you did this right, they'll experience the death the dog died in each other's presence.
Did I just make a miniature hell?
Yes.
Don't worry, boss. Your karma's clear. Why do you think I didn't tell you what it was for until now?
Remind me not to piss off any witches.
Damn, dude. He created a literal miniature hell. It's like, damn, bro. You should do that with your step douche. Just bind them in some little thing like that. And then just like, every time you light a candle like this, he just burns. We need to find a witch to do it with. Here. Onion nuggets. Have we gone forth to nugget the onions? They're late. Boo! Boo! Cringe. They are late. The Royd of Hemming has been revoked and disappeared. And good. Why are they closed? I'm pretty sure that'll probably get me banned or timed out. I'm not doing that. How much you want to bet, Scotty? It's gonna be Skittles.
Hey, that should about fix that dishwasher leak. All right, awesome. Thanks, plumber guy. I gotta be honest, though. I saw your entire butt crack while you were working, top to bottom. Oh, yeah, there's no extra charge for that. That's just something we'd like to offer our customers. Oh, who's this? Oh, that's, my dog. He lives here with me. Hello there. Oh, friendly guy. Yeah, he likes people. Oh, look, he can smell my cat, probably. Yeah, probably. Good noses on dogs. Oh, he likes the smell of my cat. He's into it. He might. Sure, just don't touch his ears. He has a weird thing with his ears. No, he'll be all right with me. He can tell I'm an animal person. No, it's more he's a rescue, and we suspect something happened with his ears when he was a puppy. So just... nah, he'll be okay. He can tell I'm not a threat. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just don't do it, Aren't you a good boy? Yeah. Oh, he's good at rhetoricals. What? Good rhetorical mind on this little guy. He got that. He understood that, I guess. Oh, he can tell I had spaghetti last night. That's why he's all over me right now. But he's got a good sense of humor, a well-developed sense of humor. He got that joke. He understood. He liked it. I'm not sure that's a thing. He's got ambition, too. This is a dog with ambitious life goals, and we share that in common, and he can tell. He mostly just hangs out. He's a good boy. Oh, this dog was once a pharaoh. Excuse me, in a past life. Pharaoh? He was a pharaoh. This dog just gets it. This dog's got a wealth of knowledge far deeper than you and I could ever possibly dream of because of his past lives. He gets it. All right, dude. This dog will be present at the end of days. What? Not only that, but he will play a pivotal role in the apocalypse. All right.
Damn, bro, this dog has got destiny.
This dog will save us all. Please get out of my house. Or dare I say, destroy us. I gotta get out of here. Why? Crazy guy. Jeez. That guy figured you out, like, right away. You gotta be more discreet, my dude.
The age of man nears its end.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, God. Whoa. Okay, I did not expect that fucking twist. Holy shit. Damn, okay, that was a little creepy seeing the eyes like that. Oh, whoa. That was Cug. I like this guy. Oh, yeah, look at that. Just getting some flips going. Flipping them. What is that? What is he flipping? What are those? Mandarins? Sweet potatoes? Those look good, though. Oh, man, those little... Oh, there were some vibes going on there. I was able to dig that. I like that. That was... Or destroy it, one or the other. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he'll destroy it. Oh my god! Onion nuggets is still not live? Okay, this... Damn, the onion nuggets have been overcooked. Oh my god, you want... oh yeah, okay. Sure.
Hillary Clinton broke the law, and she didn't get indicted. Joe Biden broke the law, and she didn't get indicted. I did everything right, and they indicted me. I did everything right, and they indicted me. They indicted me. They indicted me. I did everything right, and they indicted me.
Oh. Now they're live.
Everything right, and they indicted me. They indicted me. They indicted me. I did everything right, and they indicted me. They indicted me. They indicted me. Hillary Clinton broke the law, and she didn't get indicted. And she didn't get indicted. And she didn't get indicted. Joe Biden broke the law, and she didn't get indicted. And she didn't get indicted. And she didn't get indicted. I did everything right, and they indicted me. They indicted me. They indicted me.
Honestly, the clips just make this. It's not really just the beats. The beats slap, but it's just all the clips that they use that just make this great.
And she didn't get indicted.
I love this quote. I did everything right and he indicted me. Fucking Elmo. Dude, this shit actually do unironically slap though. Clinton's all, you mad, bro?
I did everything.
I mean, the thing is, she should also be indicted and, you know, charged for crimes and stuff too, for sure. I mean, she also deserves it too. But I mean, at least, yeah, she do get the pass on that one, I suppose. I'll grant her. I'll grant the crazy witch demon that.
It's a pretty terrible ad, Scotty.
Poor 2011 TJ, dude.
He's put that together. Why?
I feel bad.
He's wearing that shirt again. He's always wearing that fucking shirt, dude.
So sad.
My sweetest.
He always wears that shirt.
Ghost, a shell of his former self. I'm just gonna go be Dutch. It's fine.
He's Dutch now.
I'm gonna hide behind this.
Have faith, Arthur.
Confident exterior of Dutch Vanderland. So go fuck
Dude,
yourself.
I do. I do. I do gotta call TJ out on this show, dude. TJ has to be called out.
But you have to sleep with Hillary Clinton once a month for the rest of your life.
He's back and he's fucking
If I could create permanent global peace.
and not here.
Well, the thing is, Hillary Clinton doesn't really have that much time left.
Getting up again.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
She's near the end of her life, right? Like, so, I mean, I'm actually going to do an analysis on this. Like, I mean, if you think about it,
No, you gotta see.
like, you know, she ain't gonna be around for the Earth for much longer, you know what I mean?
If you hide the
So I feel like, honestly, you
might really be getting him, but
I'm just gonna kind of do, like, an analysis of, like, age and time and stuff like that. Like, I feel like I only have to do this for about, like, I don't know, maximum, like, a decade, okay? Like, I mean, I would have to do it for maybe at most, like, 10 years. I mean, so, and the thing is, like,
He's way too badass.
I could also, like, you didn't really specify any specifics. I just had to, to just lay the pipe down. Like, I mean, any metric can happen. Like, I could do it via glory hole status. I could have, like, a wall. I could do some thing. I could have, some loopholes. The Hillarussy. I mean, I'll probably age by, like, 10 years every time I fuck her and have my life essence sucked away, but, hey. I mean, she won't be long for the Earth, so... Wait, what if, like, honestly, me fucking her is how she lives longer and it just happens to be a perpetual cycle to... Oh, fuck. Okay, well, maybe... She is a demon witch.
Lesser of two evilism. You straight out said.
I guess, yeah, that's a lesser of two evils right there. Do I get global peace and fuck the Hillarussy?
Some way for the blue dragon.
The Clitussy?
Red dragon. Yeah.
Damn it. Ignar discovered a catch. I know, dude. See, that's why I had to do the analysis. Because if it was any other crepid politician bitch, I mean, it would have been fine. Like, I mean, if it was like Pelosi, I mean, I don't think that catch would be there. If it was Feinstein, that catch wouldn't be there. If it was like literally anyone else, it wouldn't be there. But this is Hillary we're talking about.
After ruminating on it for 2 long years, turns out that my friend Paul was right all along. Alright.
Damn.
Lesser of two evilism is killing this country. We do need to do something about these do-nothing Democrats.
See, I don't really believe that, though.
That's not what you don't believe what you've been uploading, TJ.
Because I think that there's a little bit of nuance there. Because it's not, I've even made it clear in a few of those videos where I've said this stuff, like, it's not that I don't believe in any sort of, like, lesser of two evils calculus. It's just that I don't think Biden is a sufficiently lesser evil, or even necessarily a lesser evil at all.
Okay, that's pretty much the same thing.
Well, I mean, like, it's kind of like when Trump got elected, I'm like, give him a chance.
I guess, but
and then
not
Biden
really.
was like, all right, let's see him reduce harm, and he didn't, so... Although I did see recently there was a poll on the Vosh subreddit where they were asked, like, so is Biden exceeding your expectations, or is he less than your expectations? And they're like, he's better than we thought. It's like, what? How? I guess my finger's on a different pulse or something. Oh, yeah, I've definitely heard that.
It's clear on slightly lesser evil. I mean, marginally.
And I don't...
But not that much.
To feel like my Biden vote was worth it. I've yet to feel like he truly represents a lesser evil on any front. Even on the social issues that he was supposed to be better on.
That's because you're a fool, TJ, and I've told you this over and over again. Vote for the greater of two evils. People always like the lesser. It's like, why do you want anything to be lesser? I want the greater.
The greater of two evils. So,
great.
Yeah.
So
I want a public admission. I want a public admission, TJ.
What do you want me to admit?
I want you to make a video called "Paul Was Right."
All right, here we go. I'll say this.
No, you're not getting away with it here, hiding behind Dutch Vanderland. Okay,
I'll put on myself on camera. Here you go.
I want the camera. I want your eyes on the camera too.
Okay, listen.
So I can feel you looking at me.
This is as good as you're gonna get.
Oh, come on.
This is as good as you're gonna get.
Paul's not satisfied.
Bullshit. I can tell already. It's gonna be bullshit.
If I could go back in time and listen to you, I would.
That's good enough.
And just be like, nah, fuck voting for Biden. That sucks.
Oh my god. That was great. I fucking love TJ, dude. Oh my god. I can't expect anything less from TJ. Holy shit, I love him. Bless TJ, dude.
I'll tell you what happened. Because you'll never many
Oh my god, that just stare in the camera. I'm glad I had to zoom in for that one, bro.
Dude, I don't feel. I feel. I remember that election.
Oh my
Taylor
God!
kept trying to get me to go vote every time, and I always come with an excuse and be like, "Oh, I'm starving. Oh, this." I'm just like, it's like.
Oh, but I'm the slippery eel.
Hey,
You're the one that.
I didn't say I wasn't.
You're the one that keeps coming up with excuses to fucking. Oh yeah, baby, I'll do that in a minute.
If it was anyone else, I just would have been like, I ain't fucking doing it. But
Any
I'm not
second
stupid.
now, I'll fucking vote.
But I'm not
You just wait.
I'm not stupid. I can't tell Taylor fuck off. I'm not doing it because that's gonna backfire.
Well, she knows now, so you ain't got no excuses this time.
So I just had to come up with a bunch of excuses until it was like, it's bad.
Oh no, I missed.
Trump's got a lock on Appalachia because all they care about is saving coal. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's kind of one of the few downsides about like some of the, I guess like kind of union aspect about Appalachia is because like a lot of their working class history is based on coal, and I mean, because of that, it's kind of like a challenge of like how do you turn a lot of these like historically like fossil fuel / like coal mining based type of workers and shit to transition. And there's ways to do it for sure, but you actually have to like sell it into where they understand that it's palatable and it will actually save them and shit. I mean, not just environmentally, but also just like job wise too, and also maintain their unionization.
I thought it was earlier than that.
That's a lie.
That was way earlier than that.
Clean coal. You gotta scrub the coal before using it.
I feel like I said
It's an amazing process to clean the coal.
No.
You just scrub it down.
You said that like a year ago, if even that. Unless, Risham Box wants to, pull up, like, a video or something. Or show us a video, which I'm not even interested in looking at, so who cares?
So, let me ask you this then, TJ, since you've made that sliver.
Right.
Do you plan on changing your ways going forward and learning from the mistake?
I don't know.
Or are you going to...
I don't know.
Sit on your haunches again?
I feel like I'm probably just going to be... look, if you look at my history with voting, I've been all over the place. And I probably will continue to do that for the rest of, whatever remains of my life.
I'm kind of the same way.
You haven't been all over... You voted twice for Democrats.
Right. And then I didn't vote for, 3 or 4 elections or whatever, so...
Sure.
I'm never going to vote for a fucking Republican, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, give me my W, TJ. Let me take a fucking dub once in a while.
Yeah, give Paul the dub, damn it.
Don't you have earned a dub?
You know what,
Paul's ego, standing on the fucking rock with the waves battering.
I'll give it to you. So you know what? Fine, I'll give it to you. What do you want? Tell me what you want me to say, Paul.
Paul. Just repeat after me, okay?
I'm going to. Go ahead.
Paul. You are wise.
You are wise.
You are all-knowing. You are all-knowing. You are the greatest political philosopher of my generation.
You are the greatest political philosopher of my generation.
I'm in awe of your prescience.
I am in awe of your prescience.
There we go. That's all I needed.
That's it?
That's all. No, that's all I needed. That's all I was hoping for, TJ. That's
Damn.
Gotta give Hospice Paul his last request,
I mean, yeah, dude.
His final wish, dude.
Man, give me something.
Did you hear the machine back there?
Did you see those fuckers that were take...
Oh, what the fuck? Was I not totally zoomed out? Oh my god. Bear. Sukov, I'm blaming your boofing. I'm gonna blame the boof over this. I'm blaming the boof. You think needs to fix that, honestly. Nice feature, but it needs updates.
That were taking it serious,
Well, yeah, I did too back in 2016. That was my first vote. Then the second one was with Biden, and it's probably going to be, Marianne Williamson voting primary and, Cornel West voting to general. At least as it stands right now, that's pretty much, what I'm likely going to do, coming up with this election. But... at this point, it's, I don't know, it remains to be seen, at least for right now. Pulled around with Pew and his cronies. I'm not really exactly too surprised. There's a lot of, people who are grifty and shit like that. I didn't really vote, first time because I inherently liked her. She did, have a lot of policies that were more in line with what I believed in, but... there was definitely more I disagreed with her in comparison to someone like Marianne Williamson or Cornel West, for example. Because at least to me, they're more broadly palatable on the national level. But that's enough for me. Well, she also was like very, open about trying to push for, environmental policies, and, was really big on like various different like civil rights things as well. I mean, there was things that she, was, pushing for and shit, but I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that, on other specific things that she was kind of quirky, and not just quirky, but also kind of a quack. Because unfortunately, that's just like a part of like, the grift on the progressive side of things. I mean, look at people like Jimmy Dore, for example. Well, progressive side. A lot of those, people at this point aren't progressives anymore. Like, they basically have just like grifted off to the right at this rate.
I think that was a troll.
Really?
I think that was just back and forth.
So serious about it.
Yeah, if it was serious, somebody was made very, very sad.
Yeah. Oh, God damn, I hate this fucking chair sometimes.
Get you a pregnancy chair, TJ.
Yeah.
Pregnancy chair. I mean, you're getting up there, TJ. You need that pregnancy chair, too.
You've promised to legalize. Well, Trump has openly stated that he doesn't give a fuck about weed. Like, he literally said he would, make it a states' rights issue. He's openly said that multiple times. It's an obvious win-win. Because of the prison industrial complex, and he's, like, more in favor of the cops. Like, even during the debates of Trump, he was, like, kind of kowtowing the police and shit. Like, I mean, so, and, like, all over the country, it's, even in Democrat rooms, and all this other shit, like, cops have gotten more funding, or have maintained their funding and shit like that, and Biden's, been a part of that. My mind in the prisons. Well, it's just like it's just how ingrained the prison industrial complex is. At least in states that still have it illegal. So, I mean, they just continue their money racket, even though there's obviously plenty of, more profit to be made. Why do you think so many states are legalizing it? Well, yeah. Rest states don't see it that way. Well, yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying a little bit.
This time around.
I mean, they're on the losing side regardless, but, if their pockets still being lined by those interests and shit, they're gonna fall in line with it.
Third party.
Or at least enough to maintain it.
I don't want to.
Even as it gets withered off.
Throw your vote away, TJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to throw my vote away.
Spoiling our only chance at a lesser evil.
You know what you need to do? Take your vote.
Do not be a spoiler.
Like Paul said, TJ, maybe
I don't know which one I'm gonna do. Yeah,
you will cost Joe Biden the election. They're gonna be looking at they're tabulating the votes. Like, how did TJ Kirk vote? Oh, he voted third party. It's Republican now.
Is legalization ever because they designed a bug-ass website that didn't work for applications to grow? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that purposely.
Damn, TJ.
Bless the maker and his water. Bless the coming and the going of him.
The Shy Hollywood Potter.
Or RFK, TJ? I don't know, probably Cornel West. But we'll see.
Oh, there was another one, too. There was another one where you fucking adopted a Paul position.
Oh, what was that?
Were you talking about, like, so why am I, like, crazy guy for looking at this McDonald's and wishing it open field?
It was a Starbucks. Yeah, but I was eating a bunch of French fries and cheeseburgers while I said that, though, too.
Sure.
There's I think that's
kind of like
I eat a bunch of French fries and cheeseburgers too.
It's a beautiful green field. However, I really wanted a Big Mac, so fuck them.
Why is Paul so obsessed with people voting?
I don't know. 3:41:09, 8-hour show. Beer money. Yes, thank you.
Damn.
Lie.
So many.
Needs it.
Already, and there's so many of those.
The last time.
Yeah. Where's those beer counters, Teej?
No, but I have my beers back. I did a few shows without beer, and I was like, fuck this.
Of course he said fuck this.
Paul's walking back on some of his positions. Which ones? You can name them. I won't ban you until you name them. But if you don't name anything, I will ban you.
Damn.
Bernie Sanders isn't. I mean, even if Bernie Sanders could run again, he shouldn't because he's 106 years old.
Yeah.
So.
Not only that, but Bernie tarnished his legacy by bending the knee twice to a fucking corporate DNC shill.
He's not running anyways. He already said
of course, AOC already fucking...
He kind of preempted it, too, anyway.
Yeah, before there was even, like, primaries or anything. Just like, yeah, Biden.
Of course.
That's the new normal. Is we throw our support behind Biden before he's even given a fucking genuine stump speech.
Cornel West sucks balls. Yeah, but he sucks less balls than Joe Biden does. So
I don't think Cornel West sucks balls.
I think he kind of does.
He doesn't. Come on.
I suck balls on.
I really don't like his delivery, or that like his God bothering or any of that shit. I don't really like that.
I don't even really think he does it that much. I mean, like, I honestly kind of like his delivery personally, because it sounds, I mean, yeah, sure, it does sound preachy, but I don't know. I kind of like it because it's palatable to a lot of people, especially like the majority of the Christians in this country, right? Like, I don't know. It kind of seems like, you know, at least in my mind, more palatable for people to listen to.
You're gonna get that no matter what in American politics.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Question
Paul,
was answer: who is physically stronger, St. Paul or King TJ or Scottsworth? I mean, pound for pound, probably Scotty, because he's the only one that has like even a semblance of physical activeness.
But these guys, but I mean, you guys are pretty big, like guys to move.
But yeah, I mean, like we're both like bigger, so I don't know.
Depends.
Yeah.
I guess
sit on Scotty.
I might be able to put a hurting on him, but they would have to go to the ground for sure.
That's true.
And TJ, I don't even know if I can get TJ.
Oh, TJ can testify this. I'm very difficult to actually wrestle too. Like TJ wrestled, and like if he was not so much bigger than me, he would have lost.
Yeah, I don't.
Right.
Damn.
I don't really like to grapple with Scotty if we're gonna fight. I like to just like throw haymakers at him. That's usually more effective.
Yeah, that's honestly a better.
Because he's got talons. He has a strong grip. Like his hands are crazy strong. So I just like to you gotta smack him around if you're gonna get in a fight with him.
It's got the kung fu grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would actually
tickle Scotty.
Dude, if
What the
me and you were
fuck?
fighting, he's like, I'm gonna tickle you. I'd run away. And I'm like, nope.
No Republican will ever legalize weed. Count on it. I mean, I guess unless you get like a John Boehner or something like that.
Paul and TJ can kill him.
I mean, there's like a couple of them that, you know, are probably willing to do that, but I mean, yeah, chances are none of them are going to ever run, and none of those types will ever have a chance.
Sit there, and then Paul will kill you.
I mean, like, you know, like you might get like, you know, maybe, yeah, libertarian, yeah, maybe like an OG libertarian type, like, you know, someone like my dad. Like, you know, how I was talking about, like, you know, OG libertarians versus kind of like this new wave American libertarianism. Libertarians don't have a chance. Yeah, especially if, you know, with, like, the current libertarians these days. I mean, they're basically just fucking racist, fascists, and Nazis. A little hodgepodge of fucking weirdos. I mean, they always were a hodgepodge of weirdos, but they weren't, like, co-opted by fucking nuts.
Just about sex.
So which of you three saw the Barbie movie this weekend? I didn't.
Until some huge changes, it's going to be reps with them from here on out.
How was that?
Well, yeah, I mean, at least, for, you know, when it comes to, well, here's, like, at least why I have the current position with, like, how I would vote right now as it stands. Like, primary Marion Wilson, general Green Party vote for Cornell. It's because, I mean, obviously it's unrealistic, you know, for the Green Party to get, you know, like, anywhere near, like, competitive for presidency, obviously. But, I mean, getting to 5% and getting past the post, you know, will at least, you know, grant national funding to at least, you know, put a foot in the door to use that as an opportunity to, you know, gain some traction. And, you know, with that can at least, you know, help, you know, push that a little further, but it has to be maintained and actually invested properly. And, you know, for the Green Party to, you know, get that, you know, and, you know, do it wisely, or at least, you know, use that money properly and shit, who knows? Maybe they will. I mean, but, you know, there could also be a lot of weird, grifty cracks and shit that'll take advantage of that and, you know, like, in a sense, basically, you know, just, like, waste an opportunity, you know? So, I mean, it's, like, it can be, you know, a success, but it would have to, like, be something that's consistent and, like, actually, like, jumped on the opportunity on.
It's a movie for women, and a bunch of chuds are mad because...
Things always would have to be shifted to third party, which means convincing a lot of rich billionaire donor class to have to switch their allegiance. Which, I mean, you might get, like, a one or two that are probably sympathetic to environmental things and shit. You know, like, you might get that, but even then, like, I don't know how successful that would be. Because, I mean, a lot of people will see that as, like, you know, the Green Party getting corrupted and this and that. So then there will be kind of a schism with that, too. So it's a tightrope. Like, if it gets to a past the post, you know, point for the Green Party, you know, then or you know, libertarians, I guess in this case, but you know, libertarians, it's just like, you know, they would be a lot more open to billionaire investments and shit like that. In fact, they openly embrace that in a lot of ways. You know, and I think even then there's a few that already kind of do anyway, just for the fun of it. But at least with the Green Party, I mean, there would be a little bit more of a schism about that. You know, I'm pessimistic. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, you know, like I said, I'm idealistic about it, but I mean, you know, it's, you know, but fuck, I mean, there needs to be at least some sort of an alternative, and you know, obviously, you know, like doing direct action ain't just the only thing to do it, and continuing the same electoral cycle ain't necessarily it, but I mean, you know, so at least it's something, and you know, but at the same time, it's not like, you know, being like, oh well, just fuck it all. I mean, because it's, I mean, in a way, yeah, fuck all the system, but, like, you still kind of have to, like, you know, work with what you got to try to, like, you know, fight back against it.
All L on this one. It's a great surreal comic. See, John, John.
I mean, and at least, you know, I don't think we would be in this position anyway if it wasn't for Bernie either. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if there is something that, you know, you can grant him, is that, you know, this, you know, a lot of this type of energy, and the fact that there's even, like, at least a little bit more talk generally about, like, you know, third-party positions and stuff, you know, kind of makes it, you know, like, at least more on the table of something that could be possible. I mean, it's just that there needs to be the political, you know, energy and the actual, like, you know, like, you know, gumption to actually do that. And we got our Velma of the day. Let's analyze our Velma.
Traditionally, they're not. Traditionally, men wore skirts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
aren't you
tunics.
Scottish?
Yeah, kilts, dude.
AJ, come on. Yeah.
They're not technically
Kilt
skirts.
is not the same thing as a skirt. You know? Well, I'm not saying it's a skirt, but
yeah,
it's very similar. It's very similar to a skirt.
It's
Barbenheimer's just an
the
advanced
exact
marketing
same thing.
scheme. They hijacked. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I don't give a shit. What? I can be marketed to. I'm not some, like, apart from society person that, like, I see through all marketing. If you market something towards me, I will not do it.
No.
I just think it sounds kind of cool to see, like, a fucking ridiculous popcorn pink movie and then go see a really heavy, like,
deep movie, dude.
You know, Chris Nolan fucking contemplation film. Yeah, Ghosts, bro. You like that? So we got, for 150, we got fake news. Okay?
Fake news.
Not even going to critique the Velma.
I mean, I think this is a pretty good Velma. I mean, she doesn't have the love handle action you've been looking for, but, I mean, you can tell by the shape of her legs that there's some chonk on there, and I think
There's
that's
some
nice.
thick going down there,
This
yeah.
is one of our best Velmas ever.
This is legit, like, top tier, S tier Velma.
I think the tattoo maybe is a little bit un-Velma, but whatever.
I don't know.
She's a more, like...
I mean, yeah, Velma, like, this is what I love about Velma, honestly. And I think, you know, a lot of these Velmas do kind of get it a little bit. Like, there's, like, a sense of kind of modest, conservative-esque, you know, thing going on with her. But there's kind of a little bit of spice underneath, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, she's just kind of got that little, like, persona going on. And I think, you know, with this Velma, especially with that little tattoo there, I think it kind of has a little implication, despite, you know, still being relatively modest and stuff. And doing kind of a cutesy little lewd, like, boop, you know, kind of little thing going on there. I mean, dude, S-tier Velma right here. And a little buck, too.
This is like, you can imagine, like, this is what Velma would look like in real life. As opposed to some of the ones where it's like, it's just almost like, you know, it's like...
This would actually be a really good IRL Velma right here.
Velma tonight.
In a movie.
You don't get the appeal of Velma. That just shows me you don't understand what... Her bangs are shitty. Damn, that's harsh.
Yeah,
the bangs,
that's fucking like
damn
mid Velma. That's some fucking straight up pleb taste right there, dude. You should never open your mouth on Velma again. You should never ever comment on a Velma again. You don't have the standing. I
mean, Paul's not a violent guy, but I mean, if you walk up to him and say Velma's ugly, I mean, you might get a little smack.
Yeah, you might just get a smack.
Velma. But whatever. For 300, we got Crazy Videos Part 1. Crazy! I am so sorry, because I know that those of you who are terminally addicted to Reddit have already possibly seen some of these videos. I've seen these videos! It's Reddit's a show! I
mean, you know what? I probably have. We were perusing some crazy videos and stuff like that in past, you know, week and stuff, and I guarantee you we'll probably, you know, see some of those too. I mean, not in this stream, I mean, a little later. Gonna get some food and do a little stuff a little bit. But I figured at least, we'd do a little fun analysis of, of our good Velma.
Like he's not trying to make the role his own or whatever the fuck. He's just...
Oh, and ghosts?
It all feels
shapeshifters
so
caught on tape? Oh, hell yeah, dude.
So yeah, I really was asking for it. But I don't know. I've always kind of wanted to watch it and complete the trilogy, even though I knew it was going to suck. And it sucked worse than I even thought it would. So, yeah, it pissed me off pretty bad. I mean, like Paul. How about you, Paul? What pissed you off?
So I thought I had seen the Tom Cruise movie Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it turns out that I got it mixed up with some other future war movie thing that he did.
Uh-huh.
And I have not seen it.
Like, was it Oblivion? Is that what you're talking
Oblivion,
about?
Oblivion. I don't know if it's Oblivion, but it's like
I know that one.
Like that.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
And Edge of Tomorrow literally just, like, almost beat for beat rips off Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
It pretty much does.
There's actually
it literally
quite a
does.
few Groundhog Day rip-off movies now.
Well, I try and avoid them because I feel like Groundhog Day covered the ground better than any of them are. And I went into this Edge of Tomorrow not knowing it was just Groundhog Day again.
But just like action shit.
I was okay with it. I was like, all right, well, it's ripping off Groundhog Day, but I'll finish it. And then like 2/3 of the way through the movie, for no reason, they whip out the MacGuffin. The MacGuffin machine that he can use to, like, find where the thing is. Now, keep in mind, the dude's been repeating the same day over and over and over again for, like, fucking what must have been an eternity. And all of a sudden, he finds the right thing to say to the people to go, like, oh, yeah, well, we have this machine that you can hook yourself up to, and it'll tell you right where the thing we need to kill is. And he's spent, like... I don't know, like fucking 300 years of blood, sweat, and tears trying to find this fucking thing. I just wanted to pimp slap fucking Tom Cruise back into the Church of Scientology.
I saw that movie in theaters when it was released under the title Edge of Tomorrow.
Dude, that movie is so fucking comically absurd, honestly.
It's mostly been retitled Live, Die, Repeat since then.
Which they love to do with some movies.
Because
I watched it on HBO and it was called Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw it in the too.
It kind of alternates between those two titles, but a lot of the home video release kind of stuff, well, not video, like the video on demand.
I'll tell you, Paul, it was definitely better in theaters when it was a spectacle because I watched it at home maybe like 6 months ago, and I have to agree with you.
Well, maybe Edge of Tomorrow.
I did not like it.
It's like a Tom Cruise movie.
I did not like it. I haven't seen it since, actually. So
I wouldn't say I liked it, but I was entertained by it in theater because like this, it was like, okay, cool. I kind of like the concept of the battle and shit, and them doing it over and over again. But yeah,
I've seen that same here, and it's just ridiculous. It's pretty comical.
Super, like we have to get to the ultimate bug, or not bug. Sorry, Starship Troopers. We have to get to the ultimate alien and fucking kill him.
The best Groundhog Day ripoff was probably the movie Palm Springs. Which I don't
know if I heard
probably
that.
Still not worth watching. But of the Groundhog Day ripoffs I've seen, and I've seen several at this point, that's probably the best.
Not bad, but not great.
You guys seen that?
I've seen Happy Death Day.
Happy Death Day. That in the theater.
Me and Paul saw that in theaters, and you know what it had the fucking nerve to do? At the very end of the movie, it's like, you know what this whole situation reminds me of? That movie Groundhog Day. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh my god, it really did that.
You can't do that.
We ripped off Groundhog
Oh my lord, wow.
That, bitches. That doesn't make it all
Dude,
right.
That's what.
That just actually makes it worse, dude. That's like rubbing it in.
They're like,
damn, dude.
Acknowledge we're a ripoff, so it's okay. It's like
I call that Deadpooling, dude. Because Deadpool, especially Deadpool 2, did that shit incessantly. It like would point out the cliche. And then it would just do the cliche. It's like, we're going to do the cliche,
God, I hate that
guys.
shit, honestly.
Like, we're aware that we're doing it, so it's okay now. It's like, no, it's worse.
I don't think it made it up, though. I'd say it's...
Honestly, like, if it's done maybe, like, rarely, like, maybe once or twice in kind of a cheeky comedy movie or something like that, like, once, it's fine. But, like, more than that, it just gets ridiculous. And Deadpool does it pretty much, like, every 15 minutes, and, oh, my God, it gets annoying.
Yeah, but they were relentless about it, so that's why... I call it Deadpooling now.
Fair enough.
Well, that fucking
It's totally a character for him. I mean, I know it is, I mean, at least for Deadpool, I mean, he can get away with it a little bit, but, I mean, at least in movies, they did, like, a lot. And it's just like, alright, I get it, you know, but...
You should sue that fucking movie, because it's literally just lifts Groundhog Day. It's not just the concept of...
Yeah, I'm gonna go back for Grab Bear back.
Over and having to repeat the same day. It's like he goes through the same arc as the dude in Groundhog Day does. He starts off like bewildered and not disbelieving, thinking he's crazy. Then he figures it out and he's like, okay, I'll try and make everything perfect. And he does that, but it doesn't work. And then he's like, goes through his suicidal phase where he's just like, fuck it, I don't care about nothing. And then he finds the love of his life or whatever the fuck and starts working on that relationship. And that leads him to the ultimate thing that unlocks the fucking day for him, and then the movie ends. It's fucked. Fuck that shit. Fuck that stupid movie. Pissed me off. Wasted my time. The fucking character was so unlikable too.
I mean, it is Tom Cruise, so it's kind of hard to ever like him, I feel like.
Nah, dude. Tom Cruise has been likable. I like him in fucking, like, Mission Impossible and stuff. He's alright in that.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know, there's something about that guy that always just kind of, like, makes me feel like a little, like, eh. I guess it was less pronounced when he was, like, younger. But I don't know, the older he gets and the more I can see the crazy on his eyes. But, you know, sometimes that crazy does work to his advantage. Like, when he'll do, like, these crazy stunts and shit. Like, I'm gonna, you know, drive a motorbike off of a fucking, you know, canyon or whatever. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you gotta give him props for that.
No, I do. I give him mad props for being willing to do some crazy shit that my ass would never even... Oh, dude. In a million years. There's no lifetime in which I would do that shit.
Truly does have fucking balls of steel. That dude will do fucking almost anything.
Yeah, Boss Level, Russian Doll, Happy Death Day, Palm Springs.
What was the first story to use that device? Is that known?
Groundhog Day, I believe.
Was it? Wasn't that based on a novel or some shit, though? Or
I don't think it was. I don't know. Maybe if there's some earlier fucking iteration of that fucking plot line, I don't know what it is. As far as I know, it started with Groundhog Day.
I'm looking into it, dude. I think you're wrong, TJ. I think you made this shit up, dude.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is something else. You know, there is a story that's kind of similar, but it's not exactly the same thing. It's like I read this novel back when I used to actually like have the attention span to be able to read books. There was this novel I read called Replay, but that wasn't about repeating the same day over and over again. That was about a dude that kept getting sent back to like earlier parts of his own life and then living out his whole life again.
Damn.
You know, but like with the knowledge he had.
Well.
The new Star Trek show is doing a musical episode. Ugh. Which one? Strange New Worlds or whatever? I don't even really care.
I guess that they're maintaining, if you go to the Wikipedia, that it was an original idea. The original idea for Groundhog Day came to writer Danny Rubin in 1990. He had moved to Los Angeles to work as a screenwriter. While waiting in a theater for a film to start, he was reading Anne Rice's book, The Vampire Lestat. Rubin began musing about vampiric immortality and what one would do with their time if it was...
So wait, Groundhog Day was inspired by the Vampire Lestat?
Yes.
Wait, really?
That's weird. Okay.
Those books were fucking super popular before the movies came out, I remember.
I read the first 3 books of that series. I read Interview with the Vampire, I read Vampire Lestat, and I read Queen of the Damned. And then I kind of fell off.
Huh.
Right. But those are actually, I mean... I like Anne Rice's style, at least around that time. Like, it was pretty purple, but it was kind of interesting.
This dog is just staring at this.
And it was very gay.
Queen of the Damned is one of my guilty pleasure movies. It sucks,
I fucking hate that movie.
Oh, I love it.
Why? What's good about it?
It's got a fucking banging ass soundtrack.
Okay, well, in fairness, it does have a pretty banging ass soundtrack.
That's really all it needs for me. Like,
you think?
Yeah, it does have an awesome soundtrack.
They brought in Jonathan Davis to do the soundtrack, but then they wouldn't let him use the music on
movies. You know, for soundtracks, soundtracks for movies tend to be, like make or break sometimes.
Like Manson and David Draymond and people.
Basically did like a super group kind of fucking thing.
And got them all to do like replacement vocals on the songs that he wrote for the movie. But it's Jonathan Davis in the movie, but on the official soundtrack, it's all these other artists because he couldn't. There was like a contract dispute, so he couldn't fucking do it.
Huh.
But yeah, that was. I mean, the soundtrack is badass. The songs he created for that movie, I like better than the stuff he's done with Korn. So they are pretty badass. That is.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but it's a dope ass soundtrack.
I mean, I'm not saying that every song on that soundtrack is.
I wouldn't necessarily say maybe it's better than
Korn.
Korn.
But I feel like if you listen to like an average Korn
it's
track,
definitely good.
like a random track off of an album, and listen to those, I feel like he put maybe not more work into it, but he put a different sort of vibe into it, where it feels more.
I feel like that's a better way to put it.
Which I guess appeals.
Different vibe to it, where it has different appeal.
Let's see, you've got Not Meant for Me, Jonathan Davis. So you got performers Wayne. Also, they had Static X, dude. He's dead now. Forsaken. I already did that one.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if you guys have seen like the new lead singer of Static X, but he like is a robot. He's not actually a robot? But he like dresses like a robot version of Wayne Static, and he sounds exactly like Wayne Static.
Huh.
It's pretty fucking cool, honestly.
That does actually sound kind of cool.
Okay, I'm looking at the soundtrack. Yeah, this shit's pretty good. Forsaken, yeah, that's David Draymond of Disturbed. System, that's Chester Bennington of Linkin Park. Change, that's just the Deftones song. Redeemer, Marilyn Manson.
I'm seeing Disturbed in concert not too long from now.
Then,
yeah, that's right. They are on tour, aren't they?
I remember that was on that.
I didn't see if me and my friend might be going on that show.
Yeah. the show teacher's like, Scotty, let's see Disturbed. And then like a week later, it's like, never mind, Scotty, don't come.
I couldn't find the fucking that many seats together.
Yeah, TJ. I see how it is, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, I couldn't find that many tickets, bro. Sorry.
Say what you want about Disturbed. David Draymond is one of the fucking best metal vocalists that's ever fucking lived, so I don't give a shit.
Huh?
100%. That dude has an amazing voice. If you deny that, you're a fucking idiot, dude. Fuck you. Go to hell. You're wrong about that. You're gonna the W I gave you earlier, I'm taking it back and replacing it with a big old fucking L.
Retconning, dude. Disturbed has always fucking sucked, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I would not go that far, Paul.
Disturbed basically ushered out industrial goth metal. Like, they were the reason why it went out.
That might be true, but that doesn't really matter.
Like, they kind of linked hands with,
I don't know about that.
Fucking dumbass.
I will admit that if you have heard one Disturbed song, you've pretty much heard them all. I mean, that's actually pretty fair. But the dude still has an amazing fucking voice. Like, he can fucking, he can project so much fucking power into that.
I mean, he's got a very signature voice for sure,
I wish we could
but
teleport back
not
to
the
90s,
best.
and I could beat you up for that take, dude.
It doesn't matter what year we go.
Paul shows up,
It doesn't matter what year we go back to. Your ass ain't never fucking beating me.
He has a good point.
That ain't true. I'm fucking old enough to where you would have been a fucking toddler, TJ.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know about that, TJ.
Hey, Paul, don't worry. Just wait a couple years, dude. He'll be agreeing with you.
Rita and Groundhog Day does suck fucking balls. I made a whole video about that shit.
Yeah, TJ in 2026.
You know, Disturbed really is one of the worst fucking bands.
David Draymond's vocals specifically.
I hate these motherfuckers that are like, David Draymond's such a good vocalist, though. Why does he always sound the same?
Anyway.
Yeah, TJ would be the contrarian for that shit, dude.
You pissed me off to the point where we're gonna fucking watch news now. That's
reheated Paul takes.
You brought it to me. Here, suffer. This is actually not news. This is just a really shitty take.
As bad as any YouTube.
A really shitty take for somebody. Let's check out some of these little things.
Alright, you know what?
Some random.
If you fucking come across
Don't ban him.
I'm not gonna ban him now. If I notice him one more time.
I like how they're just like debating on whether to ban someone or not.
But
yet,
one more time, anytime in the future, not just this show. If I notice you in the chat, I'm banning you.
Now I want to hear.
You better duck.
I want to hear his media take. I want to hear your hot take. Oddly Ginger.
Yeah, I want to hear that hot take, dude.
Media we should be checking out.
I want you to give
or in the past, anytime.
I want you to give me your unimpeachable fucking media take. That's not just some popular shit that everybody fucking agrees with, like, you know, Freddie Mercury was a good singer or some shit.
He was a talented vocalist.
I want you to give me your hot take. That's fucking solidly good.
John.
Like I want to see it down there.
The piano. I think he's pretty good.
Knock it out of the park, buddy. Knock it out of the fucking park for me.
I want to see what.
He was a pretty good guitar player.
Oh, what was it? What was it?
Damn it.
We're both trying to do it.
I hate when we do that. Wait, where did he go? There he is. This one. Ban me. Thanks for giving me attention, lol.
Oh my god, what a troll. Cop out, little bitch.
Honors, Paul.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yo, wow.
Bad like a champ.
You got
At least he's taking it like a champ. Damn.
Acknowledge me! Acknowledge me! I've acknowledged you.
It's like, oh, I'm acknowledged. I'm
The worst fucking take you could have. The no take.
The worst take is none of the takes.
Worst take than that.
I want to hear the. I want to hear this crazy bitch's take.
Tell me this
what we
is
got
a
here.
worse take than even that fucking dumbass.
We need to talk about this. I'm about to go to a movie, and it made me think, like, people say, oh, if you want to talk during a movie, you shouldn't go to the cinema. Lies. If you don't want to hear people talking
Wait, it's not lies. It's a disagreement. It's a difference of opinion. No one's lying to you when they're saying that. They're having a different opinion.
Yeah.
You shouldn't go to the cinema. Because, like, isn't the whole thing about watching something with other people in the same room to, like, experience it together and laugh and scream and have full-on analyses about the characters? Like, why?
Wait. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, you just immediately lost me. Like, you went like, yeah, laugh, scream, stuff like that. Well, scream may be questionable, but I guess, you know, if it's like, like a horror movie or something, sure. But, like, I mean, like, you're not there to have, like, a full-on conversational analysis as the movie's going on. You do that when it's over. Like, I mean, like, because there's a whole basic courtesy of respect of, like, at least, you know, remaining, you know, silent. And if you're all going to have a quick little comment, then whisper it and, like, you know, make it so only you and your buddy hear it. You know, like, I mean, because, like, what? I mean, no. Like, me last me, it's like, oh, you had to have a character analysis to talk with your friends. It's like, no. Like, you know, it's like at a certain point, if you want to, like, you know, mention a comment, then just, like, be quiet and be like, you know, or whatever. You know, be like, hey, I think that's, like, kind of an interesting little note right there. That's, like, an Easter egg from the book that they made, you know, or something. Like, you know, just, be, you know, like, that's how you would do it. So no one else has to be disturbed by it.
Laughing
The
is
first
one
two.
thing.
The first two, maybe.
Yeah,
Laugh.
like, oh, yeah,
If you have an
not
organic,
reacting, sure.
if you have an organic reaction of, like, ooh,
full analysis.
But now is not the time to analyze the characters, bitch.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm really questioning it.
No, shut the fuck up.
Why is he
you
staring
stupid
into the
cunt.
distance
No.
like that? Why is it? It's like, no. What are you talking about, motherfucker? That's not the time to do that.
And also, no one else wants to, like, hear your analysis about it in the movie. Like, you know, it's like, maybe from them and their friends, you know, but, you know, like, when it comes to, you know, their buddies going to the movie, but not you and your little group of friends, you know, they don't want to hear their analysis of it.
Conversation.
And, you know, like, and maybe if you have a little conversation after the movie with those people, then
You're at the fucking Denny's splitting a fucking order of mozzarella sticks or something. Go ahead and talk about that character analysis. My ass, I mean, I feel like the idea that your ass is analyzing shit is fucking absurd in the first place.
I want to analyze some
I
fucking
doubt that
mozzarella
anything you've
sticks
ever
right
fucking
now.
said amounts to the level of analysis in the first place, but...
No, you know what, dude?
DJ, mozzarella sticks, dude.
I ain't fucking biting on this one. This is
No?
somebody that is just desperate for some clout and wants some hate clicks.
maybe.
You don't want to get...
You know what? She ain't gonna get me fucking all Twitter-pated today with her bullshit, dude. Nobody has this take. Like, why do you even come to the movies if you don't want to hear some other person blabbering? Yeah, fuck that.
I'll
dude. You
tell
ain't get
you
me.
this, Paul, though. I've been in crowds, specifically when I saw the movie Elvis, that adopted her philosophy.
Oh, no, I'm not denying that people like her exist. I'm saying she's not one.
Oh, no,
People
I
like
agree
her don't
with you.
make fun. They don't admit that they're doing anything wrong.
No, I 100%.
Oh, yeah.
agree. It's a shit take to get attention.
And she ain't getting me, man. She's trying to get everybody's dander up, trying to
I'll
get
tell
me
you
to call her a B word and a C word. She ain't
I've never like been more ashamed of
Sensitivity
humanity
trained Paul
than the
over
scene
there.
Where, like, Elvis is like, my mom is dead, and he's crying, and the girl's like, like cackling cunts. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
But did she dip her wick off this, though?
I mean, probably.
That's the real question.
Sit in silence like a fucking stone. Just go home. Like, And yeah, sorry.
Just go home. No.
That person. I am that person. Take me to fucking jail. I'm gonna be disrespectful every time.
You should be taken to jail.
I'm gonna be disrespectful every time. At least you're honest.
Be arrested at the movie theater. Like, I really wish that would fucking happen. Like, these loudmouths open their mouth. I'm not even one that's, like, normally in favor of police brutality, but at a movie theater, I'm willing to make an exception. Have the police come in, brutalize her, drag her to fucking jail, and let me watch my goddamn movie.
There should just be somebody up in the fucking booth, where the projector booth or whatever, with a sniper rifle.
Oh my god!
And it's like, if I see you
From silencer, just go
talking to your friends like you're sitting in, because like it's the opposite, right? Like if you want to sit and jabberjaw through a movie, sit at home with your friends who care to hear what your fucking dumbass.
Right, exactly.
I would love to hear what this woman's fucking analysis of the characters is.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna put on 2001: A Space Odyssey. Just want to hear how you feel about this. What do you feel about this scene? What do you think?
I really think like the interplay of existentialism and futurism is something that was at the time way ahead of its time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
I will say things. I will say things during the movie. I will.
I don't even think she has that accent, but
let's kick into a Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, what the fuck?
I was just gonna let you go with it. I was like,
that's kind of how I imagine her, though.
Every time you said that shit, I kept thinking to myself, like, is this girl Mexican and only Paul's picking up on it or something?
I think she is. I think she is Hispanic for sure.
I mean, probably.
Them roots ain't blonde.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of true lie in her.
That's just what it should be like. I feel like we should change the culture around going and see a movie. It should always be chit chat.
It should probably be relatively the same how it is now.
In the cinema.
No, there shouldn't.
That's just my opinion.
That's a terrible opinion.
Yeah, because that's totally not distracting from the movie at all.
That's just my opinion. Yeah, that's a shit opinion.
So Elon Musk is mad at the Barbie movie because I guess he doesn't have anything better to fucking concern
Oh my
himself with
god!
How about changing Twitter to X? X. I thought it was a fucking joke.
I'll believe it when I fucking see it, dude.
Yeah,
I heard that Microsoft actually owns the fucking trademark of X.
Apparently, a bunch of people own the trademark of X, and none of them are him. But that's okay,
Wow.
Yeah,
that's really sad,
dude. Elon Musk, I'm starting to really believe. I mean, Paul, here, I'm going to give it to you again. I'm starting to believe that you were really right when you thought that he's like purposely sabotaging it. Because at this point,
I do think
there's almost no way I can believe he's this fucking stupid.
Nah, I do think he is that stupid, but I do think, there is like an element of him purposely crashing Twitter because he didn't want it in the first place.
This is one of those takes that I thought was going to be pretty uncontroversial. I didn't expect everybody to agree, but I thought it was going to be a pretty uncontroversial take, but it was not. There are people that they're real invested in believing that, this is just stupidity and not just a rich fuck that can buy anything, ruining.
I think it's both, honestly.
Twitter was a place where he was mocked incessantly.
I think he really is kind of a dumbass, but I mean, like, it's almost hard to believe he could be this fucking stupid where he's gonna he buys a property that the main worth of the property is probably the fact that it's in the lexicon and recognizable as a brand.
It is.
And then he runs that brand into the ground, and then he changes the name of that brand, and then he announces that the new version of that brand is going to be the ultimate app of all time, and it's going to encompass all human endeavors, and it's going to be the biggest financial system in the world, or whatever the fuck he's saying some wacky ass bullshit.
Dude, yeah.
This fucking
dude is definitely saying some pretty insane shit.
Elon Musk must have been
hey!
His accountant or his lawyer must have been some of his team must have been Elon, you're gonna have a huge tax bill. He's like, oh shit, let me buy a company and run into the fucking ground. That way I don't have to pay any tax.
That's definitely likely it.
To buy Twitter. He was not forced into a fucking situation where he was trying to buy Twitter. He made an offer and then waited around, and at that point was forced to go through with it because the offer was on the fucking table already.
Yeah, he had a lot of bravado, and he ran his mouth and was like, yeah, I'll buy it. And then he tried to back out, and of course they wouldn't let him back out. So he's like, "Oh
Right.
shit!"
Once you sign pen to paper, they're not gonna let you fucking back out.
Yep.
So anyway, he wrote.
And that's where he was
Every
stupid.
time Barbie says the word patriarchy, you will pass out before the movie ends. Yeah, well, you still saw it, didn't you, bitch?
Dude, I didn't go see it,
bro.
bro. I took a shot every time one of these fucking right-wing chuds said patriarchy. I'd be dead before the fucking minute was out.
Isn't no shit. I mean, like, the fact that these right-wing freaks, freak out about, like, this weird culture war shit, wokeism, patriarchy, feminism, whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, I would die of alcohol poisoning from that before I, noticed it in any of these fucking movies.
They say it more than...
I'd probably just get pretty, like, silly drunk, at one of those movies. Not enough to kill me.
But I don't want to get too far into that because we're going to be watching that Ben Shapiro thing later in our sloppy seconds. So, Jeopardy champs say they won't cross picket line in support of show's writers. At least seven contestants slated for the upcoming Tournament of Champions say they won't participate if the WGA strike continues into the fall. At least 7 recent Jeopardy champions have announced they will not participate in the show's annual Tournament of Champions in solidarity with the show's writers if the Writers Guild of America strike continues into the fall. In a post on the popular Reddit forum about the show Jeopardy, champion Ray Lalonde announced that he informed the show's producers that if the strike remains unresolved, I will not cross a picket line to play in the Tournament of Champions. Lalonde, who won 13 games in December and January, said he made his decision in response to credible reports that the producers are making contingency plans to start filming the next season of the show with old and or recycled material if the WGA strike remains unresolved.
Damn, dude.
I am and will always be grateful for the experience, blah, 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 blah. I just think it's neat.
Nice.
It's neat that these Jeopardy champions are not going to cross the picket line to go participate in some, like, rehashed old shit.
And also, from my understanding, Dwayne Johnson, he also donated, like, 3+ figures in, like, the largest donation for a union to SAG-AFTRA so they can continue having strike funds and go on for a couple more months. So it's like, even big-ass name actors are, supporting the strike.
How long do you think they're going to be able to fucking hold back the bread and circuses? Like I don't see how the fucking movie studios and shit and the studios hold out for very long on this.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, if they really want to keep it up to the fall where, like, a lot of this shit that was normally going to come out, like, at the end of the year or at the beginning of next year, like, if they really want to take that fucking hit and, because that's why they wanted to try to, make this last till the fall. Because they, predicted that's when, a lot of this strike funds would run out. But there's been a lot of, big name donations and a lot of other donations been to their strike funds. So, that just prolongs how long they're going to last. And, because they're all just about the whole war of attrition. But if they, if it goes past, their expectation dates, then, they're going to realize that it's just going to start hurting them way more than, they would, make up for it in the long run. So it's like, it's something we'll eventually have to fucking give. And I don't necessarily think, the strikers are going to be giving up anytime soon.
The point now where we got to have our new fucking episodes. We got to have our new shows. We got to have our new movies coming out every 5 seconds. What are they going to do?
Yeah, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Watch old shit? Fuck that.
I want new stuff all the time.
Got a few more other things about this strike. Unpacking Bob Iger's terrible, horrible, no good PR week. Many in Hollywood hope the re-upped Disney CEO, long considered the corporate leader most in tune with talent, would emerge as a level-headed mediator who could end the labor impasse, and then he spoke his mind.
I don't know what, by the way, led people to believe that.
No shit.
What was that ever like thought?
What possessed Iger to pick such a place and time to express his disappointment with the demands of striking talent guilds? Not only was he at the gathering known as Billionaires Camp just the day before.
Oh my god, what the fuck? What? Billionaires Camp?
Being extended to 2026, meaning his estimated net worth, $690 million in 2019, according to Forbes, was going up millions.
Why does this riffraff complain about the crumbs we give them?
Oh. Dude, I've been watching some of these writers and stuff and actors talk about, like, the conditions. And basically, like, there is like big head writers on huge hit shows that literally cannot get health insurance because of like the way the fucking industry is now structured.
Jesus
like,
Christ.
I'm the head writer on a hit show and I can't get fucking health insurance.
I mean, that's why they're hitting the fucking line. It's gotten to the point where the fucking...
Which just shows that even, like, you know, big names, you know, are getting scalped in this type of shit. Where you would think that they would, you know, be actually, you know, be getting a significant cut in this. It's like, no, they barely can even get things like health insurance and shit.
Man,
and this is why they're on the strike line.
Off so much of the fucking capital that used to go to these talented people that make these shows that it's become untenable for them to even do it anymore. Like, there's this kind of, like, people think, like, oh, they're already rich. It's like, dude, you don't know shit. You don't know shit if you think most people in SAG are rich.
Yeah,
So no shit, yeah.
Super rich. There's
Because they're
famous
not.
actors who have millions upon millions of dollars. That's not indicative of the entire membership.
I mean, like,
that's a sliver.
Watch any fucking TV
like a percent.
show or any movie, and just look at every single person on the screen, and think about how many of their names you actually know. Like,
Maybe one or
Who's
two.
getting all the money? Executives, studio executives. The board is getting all the money.
No, Ron Perlman for fucking president for that fucking take he did. I loved him.
Dude, his take that he did, oh my god, it was so great.
And that fucking executive and shit. That was great. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Oh yeah,
it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was a fucking moment of beauty in American history.
Based
it was
on
nice
Perlman.
to see someone say what needs to be said. A question about the strike was so completely predictable and easy to deflect. Like, Bob Iger, basically just saying, like, Bob Iger easily could have just been like, I will not discuss an ongoing labor dispute, but I hope we can reach a fair settlement soon, blah, blah, blah. But instead he decided to go off on this little tirade, like, this is not the time, it's disruptive, it's hurting us. Why would you do this?
How dare you? Like, you should be striking because that's disruptive, and we don't like disruption, so can you not be disruptive, please? Thanks. Now take this dick.
Oh my god.
It's like, yo, yeah, because that's going to be winning hearts and minds, ain't it, Bob?
These rich fucks understand. Everything else, they will keep bleeding these people dry. They don't care if they can't make their rent or their mortgage or put food on the table. They don't give a flying fuck what these average people have to do.
SAG-AFTRA's fucking Fran Drescher, who, by the way, fucking has gone up tremendously in my fucking estimation, knowing that she's like this.
She never left my estimation.
Dude, Fran Drescher is
I always
awesome.
like that fucking... I mean, I'm not a big sitcom fan, but The Nanny is one of the less fucking horrible sitcoms that's ever been made. Anyway, she said back to him, there he is, sitting in his designer clothes, just got off his private jet at the billionaires camp, telling us we're unrealistic. Deal someone with someone like that who's so tone deaf. Are you an ignoramus?
Yeah. I mean,
are you ignoramus based, dude?
Jet setting near billionaire, talking to a bunch of other rich fucks, and is like, oh, why do the peasants revolt?
Fucking yes,
They gave
dude.
them moldy bread.
Fucking A, man.
Now is not the time.
No, it's not the time, you peasants.
Time for them to ask
Fran Drescher over, it's like, are you an ignoramus, you fucking idiot?
It never.
I just love the contention that keeps coming up whenever there's a strike that, like, this is disruptive. It's like, no shit. That's what
the
it's supposed
point.
to be.
What the fuck would be the point if it wasn't, stupid fuck? Yeah.
You've refused to come to the table with anything remotely fair for long enough to where now the people that you employ are going to disrupt your profit flow until you fucking break and come to the table. That's it.
That's the point.
Yeah, so fuck these motherfuckers, man.
Billionaire cocksucking shit.
Didn't The Rock, I was reading that last night that The Rock gave some fucking obscenely huge
like a fat donation
to SAG. Like they wouldn't say how much it was, but they were like, it's 7 figures.
Let's see.
I thought it was like
did not know
6.
that, but I'm pulling that now because you mentioned it. Dwayne Johnson contributes historic donation to SAG-AFTRA Foundation Relief Fund, says President Courtney B. Vance. It's a call to arms for all of us. Which is pretty cool because The Rock is definitely at the level where he doesn't have to sweat any of this.
Yeah.
Well, this is just ensuring that what these CEOs are trying to do doesn't happen. They're trying to starve these people off the line. They're trying to make it to where like they can't.
They're
pay their
homeless and
bills.
shit. Like they've even said it. It's like, oh yes, we hope that they can be homeless and shit, so we could starve them out and blah blah blah. Like they've openly have like said this, and that shit's leaked. Like I mean, so this just states that hey, we got money to make this last like a couple more months, so try it, motherfucker.
Pretty much
that's what it says.
Directly, like we're trying, like hopefully they'll lose their houses and apartments, and then they'll have to come to the table.
We'll outlast
take our shitty terms.
Yeah, that's basically what that's what they're hoping for. They want the war of attrition because they have all the money. So of course they're like, yeah, if it's a battle of that, let these people starve, let them have nothing, and then we win.
So yeah, let's see if it says let's see, blah 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 blah. COVID-19 pandemic. Rely on donations. Shortly after sending the letter, Dwayne Johnson's team reached out to say he wanted help, so he and Vance hopped on a phone call. It was a love fest. It was like, man, you're stepping up in a way that is allowing others to know the dire necessity of it. Vance told Johnson about his contribution to the fund, noting that the exact sum is being kept confidential, but he was heartened by the A-listers' generosity. This is him saying, in such times as this, I'm here and I'm not going anywhere, whatever you need me to do. And that sends a huge message to other folks to do the same thing. Especially if they're going to get nice write-ups like this.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I know these people are addicted to good press. So, like, all you other A-listers that are looking to impress people, this can be the new flex
The Rock
for you
made
guys.
a good PR move for sure.
Yeah, showing off some pro-labor solidarity, definitely.
Instead of going and seeing Barbie.
I mean, because this basically shows that, despite being rich and bougie themselves, like, they're doing some kind of class traitor shit, where they're betraying, the class of being rich and, and being in solidarity with those who are poor.
DJ?
Which is definitely good.
Take that money and give it to the fucking SAG-AFTRA fund.
Give it to SAG-AFTRA.
I'm thinking about doing it. Every time I feel like going to the movies, maybe I'll just donate that amount to the SAG-AFTRA people.
Yeah, and just watch old movies until this is resolved.
It's not like there's not a billion old movies I haven't seen.
Yeah, no shit, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right. What is this shit?
The Angler. I don't know what is the Angler.
All right, idiots. Wall Street analysts unload on Hollywood. So yeah, even other people in like the financial markets are not pleased with this.
How is this depressing? We're talking about like unions winning.
Yeah, this is actually good.
Yeah, that's good shit. What the hell, Jay Allen? Yeah, this is good stuff.
I'm not gonna ban you, but if you once again you're on fucking ginger notice.
Ginger notice.
Notice you again tonight. You're gone.
If you want to know what investors think about Hollywood's strikes and the media sector right now, take a look at the stock prices.
Only fucking around tonight.
Cinema chains were reopening post-pandemic, and Disney was wrestling with actress Scarlett Johansson after shifting Black Widow to streaming. The company's stock price was a buoyant 176. On Friday, the stock closed at 87. It's about at 85 right now, by the way. Over the same period, Sherry Redstone's Paramount Global has plummeted from $40 on July 21st, 2021 to $15.50. The shares in Jim Dolan's AMC networks have slid from $52 to $13. Indeed, even factoring in the Netflix correction of the last year, entertainment stocks are still down an additional 30 to 50%.
I mean, they were bound to go down with all these COVID restrictions.
I mean, so now all the shareholders and the stockholders are getting all pissy, and now it's just like, I mean, the longer this keeps going on, the more that, people are going to get pissed, and the more that, the pressure is going to be on these executives to concede and actually, give in to at least some of these demands that the union is asking for.
About that anymore, and want to travel more and get back out into the world. It's not surprising streaming entertainment business is suffering. Like, people don't necessarily want. I mean, they had escapism for years. Like, they want to do something else. They want to.
They aren't winning. They'll get rolled over. It's a little early to call it.
Not only
they're
that,
not getting rolled over.
There's a history of writer strikes and SAG-AFTRA strikes working if you weren't fucking historically illiterate, dumbass, and strikes in general working. So you were noticed again. Which you know what that means. Goodbye.
Oh, shit.
Damn, Paul's on the warpath tonight.
I'm wielding the band hammer heavy tonight, dude. It is time for a fucking purge.
Jay Allen.
Damn.
You have been banned.
Power to the unions, down with the exploiters, march on SAG. Amen.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Michael Pachter, research analyst at
I like how
Bush
Alan's just all like, oh, they're getting rolled over. Then he got that guy being like, power to them, march forwards.
Pointed. The market thinks all of the corporate bosses are idiots and generally sides with the unions. I mean, how fucking stupid do you have to be
Honestly, when shareholders are starting to get more pro-union than not, dude, you fucked up. Like, goddamn.
Boss for the fucking market to side with the union.
Because they know what's best for business. Like, all these unions are aligned, and they can't make...
I mean, like, you know you fucked up when even, like, you know, the market shareholder fucks, you know, just being a little bit more sympathetic to unions and be like, oh, you know, actually, maybe they have a point.
these properties, and they can't put any new content out.
Damn.
They're not going to keep asses in seats on streaming platforms or in movie theaters or anywhere.
This is why I feel like that fucking guy that Paul just banned is totally fucking wrong on this.
Hey,
because even the fucking marketplace is like, let's send into the union's demands.
PJ,
is stupid.
I've got one better. Let's send all these rich fucks a copy of Dune and say, you know what they always said in that book, in that universe? The
spice must flow.
Right. The spice ain't flowing right now.
The spice
guys.
ain't fucking flowing. You ain't making any money, bitch.
No shit.
The spice has gotta fucking flow.
I mean, how fucking... And that's like a hyper-capitalistic fucking setting. Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be?
I mean, it's the exactly the same story in any industrial thing. It's like, it reaches a certain point where the dudes sitting on their fat asses in their offices writing memos all day and doing golf trips and shit think that they're the ones that are creating the value and not the writers and the actors and the directors and the people that fucking actually create these movies. And they have to be reminded, sometimes violently, that they don't fucking matter. Nobody cares about their ass sitting up there siphoning away all the fucking value off of these things.
Yeah.
People love movies because of the people that are in them and the people that write them and the people that make them and film them and direct them and make the fucking, special effects for them. That's why people go to the movies. They don't go to the movies to keep Bob Iger's fucking cottage cheese ass sitting in his fucking $1 billion chair. Fuck that shit.
Or on a super yacht. And it looks like the UPS workers and shit were reaching a tentative agreement. So that means that throughout August they're going to be voting on it.
Just be happy they make a bunch of money. And the crazy thing is, we've examined it. They'd still be fabulously wealthy. They would live almost the same exact lifestyle they have now. It really wouldn't.
It's never enough.
Right,
That's
it's always never enough.
Capitalism just doesn't work, because if enough was enough, there'd be plenty of fucking money for these people to be fabulously off the charts wealthy and still paying a living wage to people. But they can't do it. They cannot be trusted to do it.
That's just what capitalism is about.
They see $1 million paycheck and they say, well, that could be...
It's never satisfied with just enough. It always has to be more.
Well, they all have capital gains. They're all doing stock shit. That's why, you famously have the CEO, I only make $1. It's like, yeah, come on.
Yeah,
how much stock do you invested in the company? Like, $300 million. Yeah, you only made $1. Right.
Like, nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a fuck about... Like, I remember... I can't remember which actor it was. It was somebody I recognized, but it's been a while ago, towards the beginning of the writer's strike part of this, that was saying, like, they're trying to bring AI in to replace, a lot of the things that writers and actors and stuff do. Like, that's the plan. Yeah. And it seems to me that AI would be way more suited to do their job. Like, what is their job? To look at fucking dollars and cents and try and look at past trends and see what's going to do well during what month of the year and shit.
And they suck at their job.
Right. Like, the AI would actually probably be pretty good at that. So why aren't we talking about replacing some of the upper management with AI? Get them the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do it. They're the ones to make that decision. Am I necessary? Well, yes, of course. These hard-working people making these films, no, they're not necessary.
I mean, a lot of these fucking executives and shareholders and shit, like, honestly, their jobs, could be, gone as far as I'm concerned, and be taken over by AI, because, their shit and what they do is fucking worthless, and could actually be done by AI, and probably even far more efficiently. Like, half of the time, they just, like, make up shit, just to justify their fucking job anyway.
UPS reaches tentative contract with 340,000 unionized workers potentially dodging calamitous strike. So UPS has reached a tentative contract agreement with its 340,000 person strong union, potentially averting a strike that threatened to disrupt logistics nationwide for businesses and households alike. The agreement was announced Tuesday, the first day that UPS and the Teamsters had returned to the table after contentious negotiations broke down earlier this month.
to talk over remaining sticking points in the largest private sector contract in North America. Negotiators had already reached tentative agreements on a host of issues, but continue to clash over pay for part-time workers, who make up more than half of the UPS employees represented by the union. The Teamsters called the agreement historic in a prepared statement. Under the tentative agreement, existing full and part-time UPS union workers will get $2.75 more per hour in 2023 and $7.50 more per hour over the length of the 5-year contract.
Nice.
The agreement also includes a provision to increase starting pay for part-time workers, which the union had called the most at risk in the company's workforce of being exploited. Starting pay for part-time workers will be $21 an hour, it said, up from $16.20 an hour today. The average pay for part-timers had been $20 according to the company. The Teamsters General President Sean M. O'Brien said in a statement that UPS put $30 billion in new money on the table as a result of the negotiations. This contract sets a new standard in the labor movement and raises the bar for all workers, he said.
They're just gonna get rolled over like usual. Here's another fucking example for that dipshit.
No shit,
Yeah,
dude.
They didn't get.
I mean,
rolled
my
over.
union
They
basically did the same thing with the last contract. Like, it was a pretty good historic one when it came to a lot of different retail service workers, at least for local union. I mean, because it did a lot of major successes, for, our workplaces, but also, for Kroger and KFC and shit, too.
They wanted, or at least...
This is exactly how it works.
Like, this precedent and this ball's been rolling for a while.
Dude, if this union went on strike, there would be some fucking millionaires and billionaires not seeing their monthlies. There's going to be some money lost, some stock value lost. A bunch of packages that can't be delivered, a bunch of logistical chains broken.
Dude, it'd be
There's so many
insane.
businesses that rely on UPS for shipments. Like, their shipments ain't going out. So not only that, all the pressure they're going to have as a company, because you're going to have every fucking small business owner and large business calling up and saying, when the fuck's this going to end so I can ship my shit to these fucking, get this goddamn shit.
I mean, also, they're probably looking at, the SAG/WGA strikes right now and thinking, we don't want that. That's probably what they're thinking too. And they're like, this is bad. We don't want that. I mean, like, as if this, adds on to that and just creates more, striking and a lot more logistical issues and everything else in between. Which would also impact, the studios too when it comes to trying to do scab work against, a lot of the strikers there as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of variables that are like, maybe we should at least, just agree to their shit and just try to not let this happen. Let's avoid this, honestly. That's probably what they were thinking and just decided to concede to what, they wanted, at least for the most part, just so they can avoid that problem. For them, at least.
I'm such a big fucking labor advocate. All you gotta do is jerk the choke chain and remind these motherfuckers that you are the one that creates the value. And that if you stop creating the value and you shut the machines down, they don't have a fucking mansion. They don't have a yacht that has a yacht. That's all you gotta do. It's just solidarity. It's the only way to remind these fucking people that they're not the most valuable things in their companies.
Yep.
They're just fucking pencil pushers and managers and money fucking counters. Fuck them.
This UPS strike was a very real threat to the UPS management. Our business uses UPS for half of our shipments. We were starting to look for alternatives if they strike.
Yeah, and a lot of businesses aren't going to find an alternative.
Especially, most companies, there's no way that the other existent shipping companies are going to be able to meet that level of fucking sudden demand,
No, there's no way.
They're not going to be able to step in and seamlessly take over the fucking role.
Paul, name one thing you've done for labor. I've advocated for labor since I was a fucking little kid. I've walked the strike line before. What the fuck have you done for anybody? Get out of here.
No shit. I mean, also, Paul's at least inspired a lot of people to kind of ignite that labor fire in them. Because, I mean, honestly, to a lot of an extent, I mean, Paul kind of, with a lot of his labor talks, kind of showed me a little bit about that history and, and delved in it myself, and I've even gotten books based off of recommendations, that he's mentioned, like the Haymarket Affair, for example. I mean, I have that fucking book up here. Like, I mean, so it's like there's a lot of, elements about, when it comes to labor that, Ball's inspired, out of people and shit. At least me being an example of that. So, yeah, like, what the fuck is that dork done? Caldo, nub.
Bitch. Another another stinking smelly ass fucking person banished to the walking wounded. Get out of here, bitch.
Oily fans billboards show BP chief executive topless after earning $10 million.
Damn.
10 million pounds, dude.
Damn. Oily fans, bro. I like it. Okay, that's good. That's base. I like this. This funny.
Cards package is bulging, and so is your gas bill. BP CEO Bernard Looney doubled. Looney's pay doubled to $10 million in 2022, while many of us couldn't afford to heat our homes. Well, we have the BP logo.
Oily fans.
Oily fans.
Oily fans, dude.
Can't afford your heating bill? At least I'm getting rich.
Oily fans.
A set of billboards for the adult site OnlyFans has been rebranded by environmental activists to show the chief executive of BP shirtless. Following complaints to the Advertising Standards Authority, Global Witness bought out 3 advertising slots around London to comment on the pay package of Bernard Looney, whose earnings went from $4.5 million to $10 million last year. Nearly a fifth of the company's shareholders voted against the pay package at a turbulent annual meeting in April, with campaigners denouncing the decision, saying many ordinary families cannot afford to pay their energy bills. Global Witness said its Oily fans replacement of the previous adverts was a lighthearted jest about a serious topic. I like it.
It's good.
We need more fucking billboards that aren't pieces of shit, because most of the billboards you see are a bunch of fucking horse shit.
Yeah, especially in America, where most of it's just like, you can see the eyes of God if you just call 1-800 the Lord or some shit. Like, there needs to be a change, around here. We need funny billboards like this in America. I mean, like, it's because even here in Portland, man, like, sometimes you'll find a billboard that's like, find Jesus, with this phone number or whatever the fuck, or, some church or whatever the hell. It's just like some random shit like that, or like some dorky factoid being like, because of legalization, like, overdoses have dropped to this %, or what, just weird shit like that. And it's like, can we just have like some funny memes, every now and then? Not just that, but also like, factoids too that can also be funny. That'd be nice. That'd be a little nice and dandy, I do say so myself. But, gotta grab myself a little bit of lunch, take a little break, come back a little later tonight and all that shit. Plus I was gonna go see my mama. Go see how she's doing. Ugh. And all that fun shit. So, yeah, let me get this little last bowl smoked out and all that fun stuff. I know this is good tonight. I'll just get bloodthirsty. But anyway, I'll be back a little later to see if it, so peace out for now, and